Good evening and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Tonight, we'll spend a little quiet time together with a gentle old truth that the anger you may be carrying can be set down tonight, not for anyone else's sake, but for your own peace. Before we begin, if you'd like, tell us where you're listening from tonight. There's a quiet comfort in knowing we're keeping each other company in the dark. You made it to the end of another day. That is no small thing. Most of us carry the day to bed with us, the things we said and the things we didn't, the small worries that grow louder once the lights go out. Tonight, you can set some of that down, slowly, gently, one soft thought at a time. There's no hurry, and nothing is expected of you. You don't need to follow closely. You don't need to understand it or remember any of it. There is nothing to do here, and nowhere else you need to be. And if you drift off long before the end, good. That means it's working. That is the only wish for tonight. That. So settle in, wherever you are. Let your shoulders come down. Let your breathing slow. You're safe. The day is over now, and you are allowed to rest. You're here at Restful Minds. Whenever you're ready, let's begin. You may be carrying something tonight. Something someone said or did. A weight you didn't ask for and didn't deserve. Maybe it was today. Maybe it was years ago. But it's still here, isn't it? Sitting quietly in your chest. Now that the lights are out, the day is done. But this part isn't. This stays. Some weights we carry for a night. Some for years. A word from long ago. A betrayal we never got an apology for. A person who hurt us and never even knew or never cared. We carry it quietly, under everything, and it colors the days a little grayer than they need to be. If you're carrying one of those tonight, an old one, a heavy one, you're not alone. Most of us are. And at night, it plays. The argument, the moment, the unfairness of it all. You go over it again, in the dark. You say the thing you wish you'd said. You defend yourself, one more time, to someone who isn't even in the room. It's exhausting, that. Arguing with a ghost. Winning fights in your head that no one else will ever hear. Explaining yourself, over and over, to a person who may not even remember. The mind does this to protect you. But at night, it just keeps you awake. Let's set that down tonight. Slowly, just for now. But first, let me say something, before we let go of anything. You're not wrong to feel it. Whatever happened, if it was unfair, it was unfair. If it hurt, it hurt. The anger you feel didn't come from nowhere. It came from something real. And I'm not here to tell you to pretend it away, or to smile, or to be the bigger person. Not tonight. Tonight, you don't have to be anything. The feeling is allowed. It makes sense. Let's begin there, honestly. You don't have to earn your rest tonight by being calm about it. You don't have to resolve it, or understand it, or find the neat little lesson in it. Those can wait. Some things were simply wrong, and that's the truth of them. Tonight, we're not fixing it. We're just setting it down so you can sleep. The wrong will still be wrong in the morning, but you will have rested. But here is the thing worth noticing, in the quiet. Look at who is carrying this weight right now. It's you, not them. You're the one lying awake with it. You're the one whose chest is tight, whose mind is racing, whose rest is being stolen tonight. And the person who wronged you, they're most likely fast asleep, or far away, or long gone. They don't feel this. You do. That's the strange, unfair truth about anger. We think we're holding it against someone, but we're really just holding it, carrying it, alone, in the dark, long after they've put it down and walked away. There's a saying for it, that the person you resent is living rent-free in your head. And it's true, isn't it? They take up space in there. Your quiet moments, your nights, they cost you sleep and calm and small joys, while they pay nothing at all. They may not even know they're there. Tonight, quietly, you can begin to show them out, not with a fight, just by letting them go. There's an old image for this. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal, meaning to throw it at someone. But the one who gets burned while you hold it is you, your hand, your night, your peace. You've been holding the coal a long time, maybe, and your hand is tired. You didn't choose to pick it up, most likely. Anger like this usually isn't chosen. It's handed to us by someone careless or cruel or just human. But even if you didn't choose to pick it up, you can choose to set it down. That part is yours. That part was always yours. Tonight, you can set it down. Not for them. Let's be clear about that. This isn't about them at all. You don't have to forgive them. You don't have to decide they were right, or that it didn't matter, or that they deserve a place in your thoughts. They don't. Setting it down is for you. Only for you. It's not surrender. It's not letting them win. It's taking your night back, taking your peace back, refusing to lie here one more night, burning over someone who isn't even thinking of you. Think about that for a moment. Every night you lie awake angry, they win a little. They take another night from you, without even trying. But the moment you set it down, the moment you say, not tonight, you don't get tonight. You take it all back. Your rest becomes yours again. That isn't losing. That's the quietest kind of winning there is. Let me tell you something while you settle. Almost 2,000 years ago, there lived a man named Marcus Aurelius. He was the emperor of Rome, the most powerful man in the world. And you might think a man like that had no reason for anger, but he had every reason. People lied to him, betrayed him, wanted things from him, plotted against him, failed him. He was surrounded every single day by people who tested his patience. And at night he wrote to himself, little notes, reminders, not for anyone else to read, just for him to keep his own mind steady. And again, he came back to the same quiet idea, that other people's faults are theirs, not yours, that you cannot control what they do, only how long you let it live inside you, that the angry mind punishes itself far more than it punishes anyone else, and that peace, real peace, comes from letting them keep their faults while you keep your calm. He had a habit, they say. Each morning, before the hard day began, he would prepare himself. He'd remind himself that he would meet difficult people that day, the ungrateful, the arrogant, the unkind, not to make himself bitter, the opposite. He reminded himself so that he wouldn't be surprised, wouldn't be knocked off his peace when they behaved as they did. He expected it, gently, and so it couldn't steal his calm. People will be as they are, he decided. I will simply not hand them my peace. He wasn't cold about it. He wasn't pretending nothing hurt. He was a tired man at the end of long days, trying to find a way to rest, the same as you tonight. And this was the way he found to set the anger down, to let the others be as they were, and to guard his own quiet, because it was the one thing that was truly his. You can do the same tonight, just for these few hours. Feel the weight of what you're carrying one more time, and then, gently, imagine setting it down, not throwing it, not winning, just setting it down, beside the bed, the way you'd set down a heavy bag at the end of a long walk. It'll still be there in the morning if you truly want to pick it back up, but you don't have to hold it while you sleep. No one is asking you to hold it tonight, no one but you. So let your hand open, let the coal fall, let the tight places in your chest begin, slowly, to ease. This anger has kept you company for long enough. It has cost you enough nights. Tonight, you get one back. Feel your body as you let it go. The jaw unclenching. We hold so much anger there. The shoulders coming down. the hands uncurling from their fists, the breath dropping lower and slower. The body has been braced around this weight, maybe for a long time. Let it soften now. There's nothing to fight here in the dark, nothing to defend, just you letting go. You deserve this rest, not because you resolved anything, just because you're tired and it's night, and no one should have to lie awake burning over someone who is sleeping soundly somewhere else. Let them sleep, and let yourself sleep too. The person who wronged you doesn't get this night. Only you do. You, and the quiet, and the soft dark, and rest. Let it go now. Here is a strange thing about being wronged. The other person does the wrong, but somehow we end up carrying it. Think about that. They said the cruel thing, they told the lie, they broke the promise or the trust. That was them. That was their doing. And yet, night after night, who's the one lying awake with it? Who's the one turning it over, feeling the weight of it, wondering what it means? You. Somehow, their wrong became your burden. You replay it, looking for the reason, searching for what you could have done differently, as if, somewhere in there, you'll find the key that finally makes it make sense. But some things don't have a reason that will ever satisfy you. Sometimes people are just careless, or cruel, or lost in their own storms, and no amount of turning it over in the dark will change what they did. Let's give it back tonight, gently, where it belongs, because their fault is theirs, not yours. The cruelty someone showed you, that belongs to them. It came from inside them, from whatever they carry, whatever they never healed. It says something about who they are. It says nothing about who you are. Often, the cruelty people carry isn't even really about you. It's about them, their own pain spilling over, their own wounds never tended, leaking out onto whoever's nearby. Hurt people, the saying goes, and it's usually true. That doesn't make what they did okay. But it does mean this. It was never really about your worth. It was about their pain. You just happened to be standing there. And think, for a moment, what it must be like to be them. To carry that around, all the time, as their normal. To be the kind of person who does what they did. That's a heavy way to live. Heavier, maybe, than anything you're holding tonight. In a strange way, you can even pity them a little. Not to excuse them, just to loosen their grip on you. It's hard to lie awake all night, hating someone you also feel a little sorry for. But we forget that, don't we? When someone treats us badly, a quiet voice starts asking the wrong questions. Was it me? Did I deserve it? Was I not enough, not good enough, not worth better? And just like that, we take their bad behavior and turn it into a wound about ourselves. We carry their fault as if it were ours to answer for. It isn't. It never was. If someone was cruel to you, that is about their character, not your worth. If someone lied to you, that is about their honesty, not your value. If someone left, or betrayed, or hurt you, that is a thing they did from who they are. You do not have to make it mean anything about you at all. Here's a quiet proof that it's theirs, not yours. Would you have done what they did? Would you have said it the way they said it? Most likely not. And notice, you're the one lying here, awake, troubled by it. A careless person doesn't lose sleep over their own cruelty. You do. That difference is the whole difference between their character and yours. You are not the one who did wrong here. Let that sink in, softly. You are not the one who did wrong. So stop asking what it says about you. It says nothing about you. It only ever said something about them. You can hand that question back too, along with everything else. You were always enough. Their behavior never had the power to change that, only to make you doubt it for a while. Tonight, the doubt can go, along with the weight. Marcus understood this deeply. He dealt with difficult people every day, more than most of us ever will. And he made a clean, quiet separation again and again. What another person does, he said, is on them. It flows from their nature, their judgment, their flaws. Your only task is your own response. You cannot make another person good. You cannot control their character. You can only tend to your own and keep your own peace intact. It sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest things there is. To let a person be wrong and not rush to fix it. To let them be unfair and not chase justice all night. To let them carry their own flaws and turn quietly back to your own peace. Marcus practiced it his whole life and still had to remind himself over and over. So if it feels hard tonight, that's all right. You're in good company. You only have to begin. So he refused to carry what wasn't his. He let people be as they were, and he kept his calm as his own. Picture it this way. Imagine someone tries to hand you a heavy package, but it isn't yours. It was never addressed to you. You don't have to take it. You can simply let your hands stay at your sides and let them keep it. Their anger, their cruelty, their bad behavior. Return to sender. You don't have to carry a thing that was never yours. And letting them keep it isn't excusing it. Hear that clearly. You're not saying it was okay. You're not saying they were right. You're just refusing to carry, in your own body, in your own night, a weight that belongs to them. They can keep their fault. You'll keep your rest. And you don't need them to apologize first. That's the trap so many of us wait in. I'll let it go when they admit it, when they finally say sorry, when they understand what they did. But that day may never come. They may never apologize. They may never even realize. And if you wait for it, you hand them your peace forever. You let your rest depend on the very person who already showed you they don't tend to your feelings. So don't wait for them. You can be free tonight, whether they ever say a single word or not. So much of our anger is a trial we keep holding in our own heads. We present the evidence. We make our case. We wait for a verdict that never comes, from a court that was never real. You can dismiss the case tonight, not because they were innocent, but because the trial was only ever costing you. You were the judge, the jury, and the one who couldn't sleep. Let the court close for the night. Let everyone go home, including you. There's such relief in that, once you feel it. You are not responsible for how others behave. You didn't cause their cruelty. You can't fix their flaws. It was never your job to absorb what they did, or to hold it, or to make sense of it. You can just set it down, right where they left it, and walk on. You're not their judge tonight. You're not their teacher, or their fixer, or the keeper of the record of everything they did wrong. You can lay all of that down. It isn't your task to make sure the world knows they were wrong. It isn't your task to hold the account open. Tonight, your only task is to rest. Let someone else, or no one, sort out the rest. You are off duty from all of it. So set it down now. Whatever they did, let it be theirs. Feel how much lighter you are without it. That thing you've been carrying, that was never yours to carry. Feel it lift. Your shoulders don't have to hold it. Your chest doesn't have to tighten around it. Your mind doesn't have to keep watch over it. It's theirs. Let them have it. You have better things to hold tonight. Or better yet, nothing at all. Feel your whole body agree to set it down. The clenched jaw, the tight chest, the shoulders that have carried this so long. Let them all soften now that the weight is going back where it belongs. You've been holding someone else's wrong inside your own body, maybe for years. Tonight, your body gets to put it down. Feel how much it wants to. Feel how ready it is to finally let go. Let your hands empty. Let your body soften. Let the weight of someone else's wrong slide off you, into the dark and away. Lighter and lighter now. As the wrong goes back to its owner, as your hands empty, as the night takes what was never yours to hold and carries it off into the dark, away from you, for good. Their fault is theirs. Let them keep it. It was never yours to carry. There's a particular kind of anger that keeps us awake. It's the need to be right, to win, to have them finally see it, to hear them say, "At last, you were right, and I was wrong, and I'm sorry." You know this one. You lie in the dark, and you build the argument, the perfect version, the words you'll use next time, the ones they can't wriggle out of. You lay out the proof. You imagine their face when they finally understand. If only they could see it clearly, then, surely, they'd have to admit it. And then you'd have peace. Or maybe it's the last word you're after, that one final line that would end it, once and for all. We can spend hours reaching for it, days, sometimes years, chasing a sentence perfect enough to make the anger finally stop. But the last word never quite lands the way we imagine. And even if we say it, even if it's flawless, the peace we thought would follow somehow never comes. Let's look at that gently tonight, because there's a quiet trap inside it. You can be completely right and still be lying here, wide awake. Feel how true that is. Being right doesn't bring rest. It never has. You can win every point, hold the moral high ground, be justified in every way, and still lose your whole night to it. The rightness doesn't soothe you. It just keeps you rehearsing, keeps you awake, keeps you tied to the very person you're angry at. So here's a question worth carrying to sleep. Would you rather be right, or would you rather be at peace? Because tonight, you may not get to be both. You can keep the argument going, in your head, all night long, building your case, winning it again and again, and paying for every victory with another hour of lost sleep. Or you can set it down, not because you were wrong, but because being right was never worth this much of your rest. And here's the thing no one tells you. Even when you win, even when they do admit it, even when the apology finally comes, it rarely feels the way you hoped. You'd think it would set you free, but often the anger is still there, already looking for its next argument. Because the fight was never really about winning. It was about the hurt underneath. That's worth sitting with, softly. Underneath the anger, there is almost always a hurt. Someone made you feel small, or unseen, or betrayed, or not enough. The argument is the armor, the hurt is what it's guarding. And you can't win your way out of a hurt. No apology, no victory, no perfect last word can reach it. You can only, gently, let it be felt, and let it start to ease. Tonight, you don't have to fight for it. You can just hold it, kindly, the way you'd hold a hurt child's hand, and let it begin to heal. Marcus knew something about this that most people never learn. He was the emperor. He had the power to make anyone agree with him. He could have forced any apology, won any argument, had the last word every single time, and yet he understood that none of it, not being right, not being agreed with, not being proven correct, none of it brought the calm he actually wanted. The only victory that ever mattered, he decided, was the quiet one, the victory over his own disturbance, over his own anger. Everything else was just noise. He'd seen it, surely. Men who won every argument and were miserable. Men who were always right and never once at peace. Being right, he must have realized, is a cold thing to hold at night. It doesn't warm you. It doesn't rest you. It just sits there, correct and lonely, while sleep stays far away. Think about that. The most powerful man alive concluded that winning the argument wasn't worth having, that the real win was being undisturbed, being at peace, no matter who agreed or didn't. There's a strange freedom in that, to stop needing to be right in everyone's eyes, to let some people misunderstand you, and be at peace anyway. Not everyone will ever see you clearly. Some never will, and you can survive that. You can even sleep soundly through it. Their wrong idea of you doesn't have to keep you awake for one more minute. You don't owe anyone your explanation tonight. You don't owe them the argument, the proof, the defense. You can keep all that breath for something better, like rest. You can choose that same win tonight. And letting go of needing to win isn't admitting you were wrong. Let's be clear about that too. You can be completely right and still put it down. You're not conceding the point. You're not saying they win. You're just declining the fight for tonight, stepping out of the ring, letting your hands drop. The argument can wait. It can wait forever if it wants to. You don't have to show up for it anymore. So often, we're the only ones still fighting. The other person moved on long ago, forgot the whole thing maybe, the moment it happened. And here we are, months later, years later, still at war with someone who left the battlefield ages ago, still defending ourselves to an empty field. You can leave that field tonight. There's no one there. There hasn't been for a long time. You've been fighting alone. So lay down your weapons, the clever comebacks, the evidence, the perfect closing line. You won't need any of it tonight. There's no battle here. There's only a soft bed, a dark room, and a tired person who is finally allowed to stop defending themselves. Because here's what your tired heart needs to hear. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to be understood by them. You don't need their agreement to be okay. Your peace was never supposed to depend on whether someone else finally sees it your way. That's a peace held hostage, and you can bring it home tonight. Let them be wrong about you, if they are. Let them misunderstand. Let them think whatever they think. It costs you nothing once you stop needing to correct it. The truth of who you are doesn't change because someone refuses to see it. You know what happened. You know what's true. You don't need to win it out loud, tonight, in the dark, all alone. There's a deep quiet that comes when you stop explaining yourself, when you no longer need anyone to confirm your side of things. You were there. You know, that's enough. You can hold the truth gently, privately, without having to broadcast it, or defend it, or win it. It's yours. It doesn't need an audience. And it certainly doesn't need to cost you your sleep. So let the argument go quiet. Put down the case you've been building. Set down the perfect words you'll never need to say. Let the imaginary conversation fade. There's no one here to convince. There's no point to prove in an empty, dark, quiet room. There's only you, and the chance, finally, to rest. Feel how much lighter it is to stop fighting. To stop rehearsing, to lay down the exhausting need to be seen as right, and just be, quietly, right here, where no argument can reach you. Your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches, the words you were holding dissolve, unspoken, into the dark. Let the last of the fight drain out of your body. Notice the places that were braced for it, the set jaw, the tight shoulders, the shallow, ready breath of someone about to argue. Let them all go loose. There's no one to face down tonight. You can stop being ready. You can just be here, soft and undefended and safe in the quiet. You can be right and still rest. You can be wronged and still be at peace. Those things were never truly opposites. It only felt that way in the heat of it. Tonight, choose the peace. It was always the better prize. Let the fight go now. Let me tell you a true story now, one that has come down to us across the centuries. There's nothing to hold on to. Just let it drift by, like something told softly at the end of a long day. It's about Marcus, again, and the deepest betrayal of his life. Marcus had a general named Cassius. And not just any general, one of his best, a brilliant commander, trusted with the whole eastern half of the empire. For years, Cassius had served him well. Marcus relied on him, believed in him. In many ways, they were friends. That's what makes this story hurt. Cassius wasn't an enemy who had always been an enemy. He was someone Marcus had chosen, promoted, believed in. He'd handed him real power because he trusted him with it. When a stranger wrongs us, it stings. But when we're betrayed by someone we let close, someone we trusted and lifted up, it cuts to the bone. You may know that particular wound. Most of us do. And then, one day, Cassius betrayed him. A false rumor had spread through the provinces, a rumor that Marcus had fallen ill and died. And Cassius, far away in the east, did not wait to find out if it was true. He declared himself emperor. He took the loyalty of whole provinces. He reached for the throne of the man who had trusted him. Perhaps Cassius truly believed the rumor. Perhaps he was ambitious, and the moment was simply too tempting. We'll never fully know what was in his heart. People are complicated, even in their betrayals. Rarely purely evil, usually just weak, or frightened, or lost in a moment they couldn't take back. That doesn't excuse it, but it's worth remembering when someone wrongs us. They are almost never the pure villain that our anger paints them to be. But Marcus wasn't dead. Imagine learning that. The man you trusted most, the friend you'd raised up and believed in, turning against you the moment your back was turned, reaching for everything you had, the instant he thought you were gone. There are few betrayals deeper than that. Almost anyone would have burned with rage. Almost anyone would have wanted him destroyed. And Marcus was sad. That was his first response, the accounts tell us. Not fury, sorrow. He grieved that a friend had come to this. He grieved for what Cassius had thrown away. And instead of vengeance, something remarkable rose up in him. He said, more or less in the words that reached us, that he hoped, above all, to be able to forgive him, that his deepest wish was not to punish Cassius, but to win him back, to show the world that even this, even the deepest betrayal, could be met with mercy instead of blood. Think how rare that is, to be wronged, and to wish, first, for the other person's redemption, rather than their ruin. Most of us, in the heat of betrayal, want the opposite. We want them to suffer, to know what they did, to feel what we feel. Marcus wanted his friend to live and to be forgiven. That instinct, mercy before vengeance, is one of the most beautiful things a wronged person can find inside themselves. He gathered his forces, yes. He prepared to face him. But in his heart he carried not hatred, but the hope of pardon. He wanted his friend to live so that he could forgive him. It never came to be. Before the two men could meet, Cassius was killed, not by Marcus, but by his own soldiers, who thought they were doing the emperor a favor. They brought the news to Marcus. They expected him to be pleased. He was not pleased. He grieved, because the thing he had wanted, the chance to show mercy, to forgive his friend face to face, had been taken from him. His enemy was dead, and instead of triumph, Marcus felt loss. He had wanted to win him back. Now he never could. He understood a secret that peace depends on, that the one who forgives is freed first, long before the other person ever changes, or apologizes, or even knows. The one who lets go is already free. The letting go was never really for Cassius. It was for Marcus. His mercy kept his own heart soft, his own nights quiet, his own peace whole. And that is a gift you give yourself, not the other person. And then he did something that tells you everything about the man. Among Cassius's belongings were letters, correspondence, papers that would have revealed exactly who else had been part of the betrayal, which other men, which senators, which supposed friends had secretly supported the revolt against him. Marcus refused to read them. He had them burned, unopened. He chose not to know, because if he read them, he would learn the names of everyone who had wished him gone, and then he would be forced to carry that knowledge, to look at those men and know, to hold anger against them for the rest of his life. So he chose not to find out. He burned the letters, and with them all the hatred he would have been obligated to feel. There's a strange, deep wisdom in that. Sometimes, to keep your peace, it's better not to know. Not every truth is worth the poison it carries. Marcus understood that if he read those names, he could never unread them. He'd carry them forever. So he chose, on purpose, to stay unburdened, to not gather the evidence of who had wronged him. Imagine the freedom in that, to simply decline the knowledge that would only ever hurt you. He spared them, all of them. The family of the man who betrayed him, the soldiers who followed him, the senators who had plotted with him. He asked for no executions. He shed no blood in revenge. He simply let it go, and he returned to his life, and his work, and his own hard-won peace. He didn't do it because he was soft. He had fought wars. He had seen betrayal before. He did it because he had learned, over a lifetime, exactly what anger and vengeance cost the one who carries them, and he had decided, long ago, that his own peace was worth more than any revenge. He would not trade it, not even for this. Sit with that tonight, in the quiet. This was the most powerful man in the world. He had every right to rage, every means to destroy, every justification anyone could ask for. The betrayal was real and deep, and it would have broken lesser men into bitterness for life, and he chose instead to let it go, to forgive what he could, to refuse to even learn what would force him to hate, to keep his own peace and his own mercy intact. That wasn't weakness. Make no mistake. It takes a strength most people never find, to be wronged that deeply and not let it turn you hard. He wasn't letting Cassius win. He was refusing to let the betrayal win, refusing to let it turn him into someone bitter, someone vengeful, someone he didn't want to be. That was his real victory, not over Cassius, over the hatred that betrayal tries to plant in us. And here is the gift in it, for you, tonight. Whatever you're carrying, and it's real, and it matters, it is almost certainly smaller than an empire, and gentler than a friend reaching for your throne. And if Marcus could set down a betrayal that large, then the thing you're holding tonight can be set down too, not because it didn't hurt, but because you, like him, deserve to keep your own peace more than you deserve to keep the anger. You can choose what he chose, the mercy, the letting go, the quiet refusal to let someone else's wrong turn your own heart hard. Bring to mind, gently, the person you've been angry with, not to stir it up, just to look at it, softly, one more time. Whatever they did, they are, like Cassius, probably not a pure villain, probably just a person, flawed and human, and caught up in their own story. And whatever they did, holding it against them, night after night, has been costing you far more than it has ever cost them. You've paid enough for their mistake. Tonight, you can stop paying. Feel yourself set it down, the way he set down those letters, unopened, unheld, gone. Let your body soften around the space where the anger used to sit, the chest easing, the jaw loosening. There's room in you now where the grievance was. Let that room fill with something better, with quiet, with rest. You can lay it down the way he did, and rest. Let it rest now. Let's be honest for a moment, gently, about what this anger has been costing you. Because it doesn't just sit there quietly, does it? It takes things, every day, small things and large ones, and it takes them from you, not from the person you're angry at. Start with tonight. Right now, it's costing you sleep. You could be drifting off, warm and easy. Instead, some part of you is still tense, still turned toward the grievance, still awake because of something someone else did, long ago or not so long ago. That's tonight's tax. One more night, quietly taken. And it's not the first, is it? There have been others. Nights you lay awake over this, or over something like it. If you added them all up, every hour lost to this one resentment, it might frighten you a little. Days of your life, maybe weeks, given away, quietly, to something that was never worth a single hour of you. And don't turn that into one more thing to be angry at yourself about. You didn't carry it because you were foolish. You carried it because it hurt, and because holding on felt, for a while, like the only way to honor that it mattered. That makes sense. But there's another way to honor it now. To say, it mattered, and it hurt, and I am done letting it cost me. You can lay it down without any blame at all, not toward them, and not toward yourself. But it's more than the nights. Think of the ordinary moments it has stolen. You're sitting at dinner with people you love. The food is good, the company is warm, and then the thought arrives, the memory, the resentment, and half of you leaves the table. You're there, but not there, present in body, but somewhere else in your mind, replaying, resenting, gone. The anger took that moment from you, a moment you'll never get back. That's the thing about the moments it steals. They don't come back. The dinner ends, the evening passes. The people who were there, warm and near, won't be exactly there again. Anger doesn't just cost you the future. It quietly eats the present, one good moment at a time, while you're looking the other way. It does that, over and over. A good day, dimmed by a flare of old bitterness. A quiet afternoon, hijacked by a memory. A walk that could have been peaceful, spent arguing with someone who isn't there. Little pieces of your one life, handed over, again and again, to a grievance that gives nothing back. And it lives in your body too. Anger isn't only a thought, it's a clench in the jaw, a tightness in the chest, a shallowness in the breath, held long enough, over years. It wears on you, on your health, your heart, the very body that carries you through your days. The resentment you hold doesn't touch the other person's body at all, only yours. And slowly, if we let it, anger can change us. It can make us a little harder than we were, a little more guarded, a little quicker to expect the worst from people. That may be the highest cost of all, not the sleep, not the stolen moments, but the softness, the open, trusting heart you started out with, slowly armored over because of what someone did. You don't have to pay that price. You can keep your softness. It's worth protecting. It's one of the best things about you. Here is the cruelest part of the math. The person who wronged you pays nothing, not a single thing. They sleep fine. They laugh at dinner. They walk their walks in peace. Meanwhile, you pay, and pay, and pay, in sleep, in peace, in joy, in health. It's the most unfair tax in the world. They did the wrong, and you're the one who keeps getting billed for it, night after night. Marcus saw this clearly. He understood that anger punishes the one who holds it far more than the one it's aimed at. The angry mind, he knew, is its own prison and its own jailer. He wasn't being noble when he let things go. He was being wise. He simply refused to keep paying a tax that only ever cost him and never touched the other person at all. And there's one more cost, quiet and sad. Anger rarely stays where we put it. Held long enough, it leaks. We grow shorter with the people we love. We carry the tension into rooms where it doesn't belong. The person who wronged us is nowhere near, but our children, our partners, our friends catch the sharp edge of it. The anger meant for one person spills onto everyone, so letting it go protects them too, the innocent ones, the ones who never hurt you at all. So let's stop the payments tonight, because here's the beautiful truth underneath all this. Letting go isn't for them. It never was. It's for you. It's taking back everything the anger has been stealing. Your sleep, your peace, your presence at the table, your quiet afternoons, your health, your one and only life. When you set this down, you're not doing them a favor. You're doing yourself the greatest kindness there is. You're saying, I will not give you one more night, one more dinner, one more walk, one more ounce of my health, or my joy, or my peace. You've had enough of my life. You get no more. Say it, if you like, softly, in your own mind. You've taken enough from me. I'm taking the rest back. There's a quiet power in those words, not the heat of anger, the calm of someone reclaiming what was always theirs. You're not shouting it, you're just deciding it, quietly, finally. Imagine it, just for a moment, a life without this weight, waking rested because nothing kept you up, sitting at dinner, fully there, walking and only walking with a quiet mind, laughing without the shadow. That life is still available to you. It's been waiting, underneath the anger, the whole time. You haven't lost it. It's not too late. However long you've carried this, a month, a year, half a lifetime, the moment you set it down, the rest of your life opens back up, lighter. You don't get the old nights back, but every night from here can be yours, starting with this one. Picture the you of a year from now, the one who set this down tonight, lighter, freer, sleeping easily, present with the people who matter. That person is waiting on the other side of this letting go, and the only thing standing between you and them is a grievance you're finally ready to release. Do it for them, if not for yourself, for the future you who deserves a life not shadowed by this. This is your life, your nights, your peace. They were always yours. The anger just borrowed them for a while and never gave them back. So take them back now, gently, quietly, without a fight. Feel the reclaiming of it. As the tension leaves your body, that's your peace coming home. As your breath drops and slows, that's your rest returning. As the grievance loosens its grip, that's your life becoming yours again. Piece by piece, breath by breath. Feel your body begin to unclench, now that it isn't bracing around a grievance anymore. The jaw softening, the shoulders dropping, the breath reaching lower and easier. This is what your body feels like without the weight. Remember it. This ease was always underneath. The anger just covered it over, and now it's surfacing again. Your own natural peace, returning to a body that missed it. You've paid enough, more than enough. Tonight, the debt is closed, not because they earned it, but because you deserve your life back. No more nights, no more dinners, no more pieces of you. From here, your life is your own again. The tax is lifted. You're free to simply live it and rest in it, starting right now, in this quiet, in this dark, in this returning peace. This is your life. Take it back. Set it down now. Maybe, through all of this, a part of you has been quietly resisting. A voice saying, but I can't forgive them. What they did doesn't deserve forgiveness, and I'm not ready. Maybe I never will be. And that voice isn't wrong. Some things are very hard to forgive. Some things maybe shouldn't be rushed toward forgiveness at all. If what was done to you was cruel, or deep, or lasting, then a quick, just forgive and forget would be its own kind of violence, asking you to skip over a real wound as if it were nothing. So let's not do that. Let's not ask you to forgive anything at all tonight. And if your wound is one of the big ones, a betrayal that changed your life, a cruelty you never deserved, a person who should have protected you and didn't, then hear this especially clearly. You are not required to forgive them. Not tonight. Not ever. Anyone who tells you that you must has never had to carry what you carry. You get to keep your truth and your sense of justice for as long as you need them. All we're offering tonight is the chance to set down the exhausting weight of it, just while you sleep, nothing more. If that voice is in you tonight, Listen closely, because here is something that might set you free. You don't have to forgive them. Letting go and forgiving are not the same thing. We tend to tangle them together, as if the only way to put down the anger is to forgive the person, excuse what they did, and welcome them back. But that isn't true. They are two different doors, and tonight you only need to walk through one of them. We get these two tangled up, I think, because the world keeps telling us to forgive. Just forgive. Let it go. Be the bigger person. It's said so often and so easily that we come to believe letting go and forgiving must be the same act. And so, if we can't forgive, we think we're stuck with the anger forever. But that was never true. You can walk away from the anger without ever walking toward them. Forgiveness is one path. It's a beautiful one when it comes. Marcus walked it, but it's not the only way to peace, and it is not required of you tonight. If you're not ready to forgive, if you may never be ready, that is completely allowed. You can still set the anger down. Let me be very clear about what letting go actually is, and what it isn't. Letting go is not saying it was okay. It wasn't okay. It doesn't ask you to excuse what happened. It doesn't ask you to reconcile, or to trust them again, or to let them back into your life. It doesn't even ask you to forgive. It asks one thing only, that you stop carrying the hot coal of anger in your own hands, night after night, because it's burning you and no one else. You can put down the anger and still know that what they did was wrong. Both of those can be true at once. In fact, that's the whole freedom of it. You get to keep the truth and set down the fire. You can let go and never speak to them again. You can let go and keep every boundary firmly in place. You can let go and still protect yourself from them completely. Letting go is not opening the door back up. It's not weakness. It's not surrender. It's simply refusing to keep the poison inside your own body when it was never yours to hold. Even Marcus, who chose to forgive, was never excusing what was done to him. He didn't pretend the betrayal was fine. He didn't call it right. He simply refused to let it turn him bitter. Refused to let someone else's wrong become his own prison. The point was never approval. It was his own peace. And that same peace is available to you, whether you ever forgive or not. And notice, forgiveness, the real kind, can't be forced anyway. It isn't a decision you make by gritting your teeth. If it comes softly, on its own time, often long after the anger is already gone, so the order matters. You don't let go because you've forgiven. More often, forgiveness, if it ever arrives at all, comes because you first let go. Setting down the anger is what clears the space for it, and even if that space stays empty forever, you will still be free. So take the pressure off yourself entirely. You are not behind. You are not failing at forgiveness. There's no clock on it, and no one keeping score. Tonight isn't about your heart softening toward them at all. It's only about your own hand unclenching so that you can rest. So tonight, let's set forgiveness aside entirely. Take it off the table. You don't have to decide anything about it. You don't have to forgive or not forgive. You don't have to make peace with them or understand them or ever think warmly of them again. None of that is asked of you tonight. Tonight, there is only one small thing: to loosen your grip on the anger. Just that, to stop holding it so tightly, in your chest, in your jaw, in your sleepless nights. You can keep every judgment about what they did. You can keep your anger's truth. You're only setting down its weight. Release the fire. Keep the truth. Picture it like this. Imagine your anger as a burning ember, one you've been carrying in your bare hand, and imagine the truth of what happened as a small stone, cool and solid, resting in your pocket. You can drop the ember, let it fall, let your hand stop burning, and still keep the stone. You don't lose the truth by dropping the fire. The memory stays, The lesson stays, only the burning goes. That's all we're doing tonight. Setting down the ember, keeping the stone. Feel how that changes things. You don't have to soften toward them. You don't have to release anything that protects you. You only have to let go of the burning, the part that hurts you, and not them. Everything else you keep. The lesson, the boundary, the clear memory of what happened, so that it never happens again. All of that stays, only the poison leaves. There's such relief in this, for the ones who could never forgive. You were never failing by not forgiving. You were just carrying two things at once, the truth of the wrong and the fire of the anger, and believing you had to drop both, or neither, but you don't. Drop the fire. Keep the truth, that's allowed. That was always allowed. And you can be someone who lets go and still says, never again. Letting go of the anger doesn't mean lowering your guard. You can release the fire tonight, and tomorrow still choose, with a calm and steady mind, to keep that person at a distance, to protect your peace, to never hand them the chance to hurt you twice. A calm boundary is often stronger than an angry one. It holds better. It costs you less. You can have all of that, the boundary, the wisdom, the safety, without the anger that's been wearing you down. So loosen your grip now, not toward forgiveness, just toward rest. Let the anger cool, in your hands, in your chest, in the dark. You're not letting them off. You're letting yourself off the hook of carrying this one more night. Feel your hands in the dark. Imagine them slowly opening. The one that's been gripping the anger so tightly. Let the fingers uncurl. Let the ember roll off your palm into the dark and gone. Feel the relief in your hand where the burning was, and let that relief spread up your arms, into your chest, through the whole tired body that's been braced around this for so long. You don't have to hold it anymore, not to forgive, not for them, just so your hand can finally rest. So tonight, no forgiveness required, no decision to make, no one to make peace with but yourself. Just a hand opening in the dark, just an ember falling, just a tired person finally allowed to stop burning. You don't have to forgive, you only have to let go. You're free of it now. Here is another old story, this one from Seneca, who thought so much about anger that he wrote a whole book about it. Let it drift over you, gently, as you sink deeper. Seneca watched anger closely all his life, and he noticed something most of us never stop to see: what anger does to a person's face. Have you ever seen someone in a real rage? The eyes gone hard and strange, the brow twisted, the mouth pulled tight, the whole face changed, as if, for a moment, they'd become someone else, someone you didn't quite recognize. Anger reshapes us. It takes our own familiar face, and it distorts it. Maybe you've caught it in yourself, once or twice, a glimpse in a window or a mirror, in a hard moment, and for a second you didn't quite know the person looking back. The tension in the face, the tightness around the eyes, that was what the anger had made of you, just then. And it's a little startling to see, because that isn't how you think of yourself at all. Seneca told of a teacher, long ago, who had a remedy for this. When a man came to him, caught in a fury, the teacher would simply hold up a mirror, and the angry man, seeing his own face, twisted, ugly, unfamiliar, would be so startled that the anger drained right out of him. He didn't recognize himself. That wasn't the person he knew himself to be, and in that shock of not recognizing, the rage let go. There's something in that worth keeping. Anger convinces us it's righteous, powerful, strong, but shown plainly in a mirror, it isn't any of those things. It's just distortion. A good face made ugly for a while. When we see it clearly, we don't admire it. We want it gone. We want our own face back. So when you feel it rising, or when you catch it settled in your face, late at night, you can remember, this isn't me. This is something I'm carrying, something borrowed and heavy and not mine to keep. The real me is underneath, calm and whole, and the real me can set this down. Because here was Seneca's quiet insight. Anger is a kind of temporary madness. It takes a calm person, a kind person, a good person, and for as long as it holds them, it makes them into something harder, something they aren't underneath. No one is truly themselves in the grip of anger. It's a mask that hides the real face beneath it. Seneca thought anger was the costliest thing a person could carry, more damaging to the one who feels it than almost anything an enemy could do. Other troubles come at us from outside, but anger, he saw, we do to ourselves. We pick it up, we hold it, we let it reshape us from the inside out. And the whole time, the person we're angry at feels none of it. Only we wear the mask. And it isn't only the hot flash of rage that does this. The slow anger, the kind you carry for months, for years, the quiet resentment that never quite leaves, that does a gentler version of the same thing. Held long enough, it settles into us, into the set of the jaw, into the lines of the face, into the way we move through the world, a little more guarded, a little more closed. Slowly, quietly, the anger we carry starts to become the face we wear. And the people who love you feel it, even when they can't name it. They miss the face you used to make, the easy smile, the soft eyes, the you that wasn't guarding a wound. They don't blame you for it, but some quiet part of them misses the version of you that this anger has slowly been covering over. When you set it down, you don't just come back to yourself, you come back to them too. You've been so brave wearing that mask. It took real strength to keep going, guarded like that, for so long. But you don't need it here, not tonight. In the dark, with no one to face, you can set the whole heavy expression down and simply be soft. But that face was never really you. Underneath it, underneath all the years of it, your own true face is still there. The calm one, the soft one, the one that laughs easily, that looks kindly, that the people who love you know by heart. That face didn't go anywhere. It's just been hidden for a while behind the mask the anger made. So think of tonight as taking the mask off. As the anger drains away, imagine your own true face returning. The brow smoothing, the jaw softening, the hard edges the resentment carved, gently melting back into you. The face beneath the anger, your real one, the one you were born with before anyone ever hurt you. This is one more reason letting go is for you, not them. It isn't only your peace the anger costs, it's your own face, your own nature, the soft, warm, open person you actually are, underneath everything that was done to you. Holding the anger keeps the mask on. Setting it down lets you come home to yourself. And who you are underneath is not an angry person. Whatever you've carried, however long, that was never the truth of you. It was a weight you picked up, a mask you had to wear to survive something hard, but you can take it off now. You can set it down, here in the dark, where no one needs you to be anything at all. Think for a moment of your own face as a child, before the world had wronged you, before you had anything to guard against. Open, trusting, unguarded. That face is still in you, underneath everything. It didn't go anywhere. It's just been waiting, patiently, beneath years of learned wariness, for a safe moment to come back out. Tonight is a safe moment. Let it come back out. There's such tenderness in coming home to your own face. It's a little like seeing an old friend you'd almost forgotten. There you are, you might think. I remember you. The you that isn't braced against anyone. The you the anger borrowed and kept too long. Welcome back. Feel your face soften in the quiet. Feel it become, again, simply yours. Unclenched, at ease, at peace. This is the face that sleeps, the face with nothing to defend, the face of someone who has, at last, put the anger down and remembered who they were all along. The anger was never your face, it was only ever a mask. Let every muscle in your face let go now, the tiny ones around the eyes, the ones in the brow that furrow when we worry or resent, the jaw where we clench without even knowing, the lips, the cheeks, the temples. Let all of it go slack and soft and heavy. This is the face of deep rest, with nothing to hold, nothing to defend, nothing to be angry at, just a soft, peaceful, sleeping face in the dark, your own, returned to you at last. This is who you are when nothing is threatening you, when nothing is owed, when no one has wronged you, and no wrong needs guarding against. Peaceful, open, at rest. This was always the real you. The anger was only ever visiting. Come home to yourself now. There's one more kind of anger we haven't touched yet, and it may be the heaviest of all. The anger you turn on yourself. Because sometimes, in the dark, the person you're angriest at isn't them at all. It's you. You lie there, and the quiet accusations begin. How could you have let it happen? Why didn't you see it coming? Why did you stay so long? Why did you say that, or fail to say the other thing? Why did you trust them when the signs were there? How could you have been so foolish, so blind, so weak? If that voice visits you at night, you are not alone. So many of us carry an anger toward ourselves that's fiercer than anything we aim at anyone else. And it's the cruelest anger of all, because you can't walk away from it. The person you're furious at is right here, in the bed with you, behind your own eyes, all night long. There's no distance from it, no door to close. Wherever you go, there you are, still holding the grudge against yourself. You've perhaps been carrying it a long time, some old choice, some moment you'd give anything to take back. And every so often, in the quiet, it surfaces again, and you go through the whole reckoning once more, and once more you find yourself guilty. It's an exhausting way to live, being your own harshest judge, and it never delivers the kind of verdict that lets you rest. There's always one more charge waiting. So let's turn, now, and be gentle with that. Here is the first thing to know, softly. You did the best you could, with what you knew then, not with what you know now. That's the trick that self-blame plays on us. It takes everything you've learnt since, every painful lesson, every clear sight you only earned afterward, and it holds your past self accountable for not knowing it yet. But your past self didn't have any of that. They were standing in the fog, with only the little bit of light they had at the time, and they did the best they could with it. You couldn't have known how it would end. No one can. You made the choice from inside the moment, not from the far side of it, where you stand now, seeing everything. That isn't a fair trial. Your past self, judged by a version of you who knows all the things they couldn't possibly have known. Of course they look, from here, like they should have seen it, but they couldn't have, not from where they stood. Whatever the choice was, staying or leaving, trusting or speaking, or staying silent, you made it with a whole heart, for reasons that made real sense to you then. You weren't trying to hurt yourself, you were trying to find your way through. Give that younger you some credit. They were navigating in the dark, and somehow they got you here. That counts for something. That counts for a great deal. Hindsight makes the past look obvious. It wasn't obvious. Not then. Not while you were living it, with less information, fewer tools, a younger and more frightened heart. If it had been obvious, you would have chosen differently. The very fact that you didn't tells you it wasn't clear at the time. So the person you're angry at, that past version of you, deserves the same understanding you'd give anyone doing their best in a hard situation. Think about who they really were, that version of you. They were trying to make it work, trying to be loved, trying to keep the peace, or hold the family together, or believe the best about someone, trying to survive something difficult with the only tools they had. Those aren't crimes. Those are some of the most human things there are. You don't punish someone for trying their best and coming up short. You hold them gently. And notice something. Anger at another person at least pretends to serve you. It feels like justice, like protection, like standing up for yourself. But anger at yourself protects nothing. It doesn't undo the past. It doesn't fix the mistake. It doesn't make you better. It only punishes someone who is already sorry, already hurting, already trying so hard. It's the one anger that has no purpose at all, except to keep you suffering, so you can lay it down with a completely clear conscience, because it was never doing you any good. And remember what you've learned tonight. All evening, we've been practicing a kind of mercy, the understanding that people act from their own limited view, their own fears, their own wounds. That same mercy applies to you, to the you of back then. That person was doing their best from inside their own fog, just like everyone else. They deserve your compassion, not your rage. In fact, they may deserve it most of all, because you've been hardest on them, haven't you? Fiercer with your own past self than you'd ever be with a friend. If a friend told you their story, the same choices, the same mistakes, you wouldn't call them foolish or weak. You'd take their hand. You'd say, you did what you could. You didn't know. Be kind to yourself. Give that same gift now to you. If you could sit beside that earlier you tonight, the one still being blamed, what would you want them to hear? Probably not the accusations, probably something far softer, that it wasn't entirely their fault, that they were in an impossible spot, that they made it through, and that you're proud of them for it. Say those things now, quietly, to who you were. They have been waiting a very long time to hear them, and you might feel them soften, that younger self, when the words finally reach them. The relief of being understood, at last, by the one person whose forgiveness they most needed, you. Something old can begin to heal in a moment like that. Something that's been waiting years for someone to finally say, it's all right, I understand, I forgive you. So turn the mercy inward tonight. Picture, gently, that earlier you, the one who made the choice you regret. See them there, doing their best, not knowing what was coming. And instead of anger, offer them what they actually needed then and never got: understanding, tenderness, forgiveness. You couldn't have known. You were trying. It's all right. You can rest now. Feel what happens in your body when you stop attacking yourself. The tightness that comes with self-blame. Feel it begin to loosen. The heaviness in the chest easing. Something in you unclenching, softening, as you finally take your own side. This may be the deepest rest of all. The rest that comes when you stop being at war with yourself. You are allowed to forgive yourself, not because what happened didn't matter, but because you are human, and you were doing your best, and you have suffered enough at your own hands. The self-anger has cost you enough nights too. Set it down, along with all the rest. You've already served the sentence, over and over. Every sleepless night of self-blame was a punishment paid in full. There is nothing left to prove by punishing yourself further. No amount of self-anger will make you have deserved less of it, or change a single thing that happened. So you can close the case on yourself, the same way you're closing it on everyone else tonight. Time served. You're free to go. You did the best you could. You know more now, and that's not a reason to hate who you were. It's a reason to be tender with them. They got you here, after all. They survived. They carried you, intact, all the way to this quiet, safe moment. Thank them, and let them rest. Let your whole body receive this kindness. You might even rest a hand, gently, somewhere on yourself, over your heart, or on your chest, the way you'd comfort someone you love, because that is exactly what you're doing, comforting someone you love. You feel the warmth of your own hand, your own care, finally turned toward yourself. This is what you needed all along, not the anger. Let the war end tonight. The long, quiet war you've been waging against yourself. Lay down the weapons you've been turning inward. There's no enemy here, only a tired, good-hearted person who deserves, more than anyone, to finally be forgiven by you. The mercy was always meant for you too, maybe for you most of all. Be gentle with yourself now. Let me tell you one last old story before we drift down into sleep, one that has come down to us, in one form or another, for a very long time. There's nothing to remember, just let it carry you. There was once a traveler on a very long road, and this traveler had a habit. Every time someone wronged them along the way, every insult, every betrayal, every unfairness, large or small, they would bend down, pick up a stone, and place it in the pack on their back to remember it, to keep the account, so that no wrong would ever be forgotten. And it seemed wise at first, sensible even. Why should anyone get away with hurting you? Why let a wrong just vanish, as though it had never mattered? So the traveler kept careful count, every stone a record, every stone a small, heavy proof that they had been wronged, and that it counted. At first the pack was light, a stone here, a stone there, hardly any weight at all. But the road was long, and people are people, and year by year, stone by stone, the pack grew heavier. By the middle of the journey, it had become a real burden. It bent the travelers' back, it slowed their steps, it ached in their shoulders at the end of every day. They had gathered so many stones, so many wrongs, so carefully kept, that they could barely walk anymore. And the strangest part was this: they had stopped seeing the road at all. The green hills, the wide sky, the fellow travelers, the small beauties of the way. They noticed none of it now. Every bit of their strength went to carrying the weight on their back. The grievances had become so heavy that they'd swallowed the whole journey. That's what the stones do, in the end. They don't punish anyone who hurt you. They just slowly become the weight of all your days, until the wrongs you're carrying feel heavier and more present than everything good that's still around you. The traveler was surrounded by beauty the whole way, but all they could feel was the load. One evening, worn down, the traveler sat by the roadside, and an older traveler passing by stopped and asked, gently, "Friend, why do you carry such a heavy load of stones?" "So I won't forget," the traveler said. "Each one is a wrong that was done to me. I carry them so no one gets away with anything." The old traveler looked at the pack and then said softly, "But tell me, the ones who wronged you, are they carrying anything?" And the traveler stopped, because of course they weren't. The people who had done the wrongs were far down the road, or long gone, carrying nothing at all. They had set down their cruelty the moment they committed it, and walked away light. Only the traveler had kept it. Only the traveler still bent beneath it. They had been carrying everyone else's stones, for years, entirely alone. For a long moment, the traveler didn't move, because letting go felt dangerous. If I set them down, they thought, doesn't that mean it didn't matter? Doesn't it mean they win? But the old traveler seemed to hear the thought, and shook their head, gently. "Setting them down doesn't mean it didn't matter," they said. "It means you've decided to stop bleeding for it. The stones were never the proof that you were wronged. They were only the weight of it, and the weight was never yours to keep." So, slowly, the traveler reached into the pack and took out a single stone. They looked at it. It was real. Something had happened. It had mattered, but it was also, now, just weight. Just a heavy thing pressing on their back, hurting no one but themselves. and they set it down, gently, in the grass beside the road, and walked on. And something eased, right away, the smallest lightness, but enough to make them want to feel it again. The pack was lighter, just a little, so they reached in and set down another, and another, one at a time, all along the rest of the road, laying the stones down in the soft grass and walking on. And here is the gentle part. Setting the stones down did not erase them. The traveller didn't forget what had happened. Each memory stayed, quiet and clear, but they no longer had to carry the weight of it. That was the secret they'd never understood. You can remember a thing and still set down its weight. You can keep the lesson and lay down the load. With every stone released, the traveller stood a little taller, walked a little easier, and slowly they began to see the road again. The hills, the sky, the light, all the beauty the weight had hidden for so long, coming back into view. There was one stone near the bottom that was the hardest, the heaviest one, the oldest wound, the one they had carried the longest. They almost kept it. It felt too big to set down, too important to leave behind, but by then they had learned the secret. And so, at last, they lifted it out, held it a moment, and laid it in the grass with all the others. And when it was gone, they wept a little, not from sorrow, but from relief. They hadn't stood up fully straight in years. By the end of the road, the pack was empty, and the traveller walked freely and lightly, with their face turned up to the open sky, as though the whole journey had only just begun. You have been that traveller. Your pack is heavy tonight. You've been keeping stones too, some of them for years, and you can feel the weight of them, even now, even here, in the dark. You can feel your particular ones, if you turn toward them gently. The big stone, and the small ones. The betrayal you've carried since childhood, maybe. The insult from last week. The wrong that changed everything, and the little slights that simply piled up over time. Each one real, each one, once, worth picking up. And each one, now, just wait, pressing on your back, in the dark, keeping you from your rest. But you can set them down, right here, one at a time. You don't have to carry them into sleep. You don't have to carry them one more mile. So reach into the pack, gently, in your mind. Take out one stone, one grievance, one old wrong, and lay it down in the grass. You're not forgetting it. You're just setting down its weight, and feel how the pack lightens, even a little. Then another, and another, however many you need. Feel your back straighten as they go. Feel your shoulders rise, freed. Feel the whole weight of the years lifting off you, stone by stone, into the soft dark, where you can finally leave it all. Take your time. There's no rush at all. Set them down as slowly as you like, one by one, and feel the relief grow with each one. And if there's a big one, the heaviest, the oldest, you can save it for last and set it down only when you're ready. It can go too. It was always allowed to go. You don't have to carry it anymore, any of it. The road ahead is lighter now, and so are you. By morning, the pack can be empty, and you, like the traveller, can walk on, lighter and taller, with your face turned up to the sky, as though the road were only just beginning. Lay it down now. Feel what's left now. Now that the weight is down. Now that the stones are in the grass. Now that your hands are empty and your back is straight and the anger has been set aside. You did it. Slowly, gently, one movement at a time, you set it down, the weight you carried in with you tonight. And now, here, in the quiet, you get to feel what comes after, the peace on the far side of letting go. And that took strength, what you did, more than staying angry ever would have. Anger is easy to hold on to. Setting it down is the hard, brave thing. And you did it, So rest now in what you've earned. Feel the space where it used to be. For so long, the anger took up room inside you. It filled your chest. It crowded your thoughts. It sat there, heavy, taking up space that could have held other things. And now, feel it. That room is open again, quiet, empty, in the softest, best way. Not empty like something is missing. Empty like a room with all the windows opened. Empty like the sky after a storm has passed through. The kind of empty that's really just space, room to breathe, room to rest, room to be at ease, at last. There's so much space in you now. Where the grievance was, there's quiet. Where the tightness was, there's room to breathe. Where you held the weight, your hands are open, resting, holding nothing at all. Notice your hands in the dark. They're not gripping anything now, not clenched, not curled around a grievance, just open, soft, at rest. That's what your whole self can be like now. Open, soft, holding nothing, free. Let that openness spread through you. You don't have to fill it. That's the beautiful thing. You don't have to put anything back where the anger was. You can just let the space stay open, airy, light, a clearing inside you, where something heavy used to stand. Into that clearing, let the quiet come, softly, the way evening light fills an empty room. No effort, no rush, just a gentle, spreading calm, moving into all the places the anger used to hold, filling you, not with weight this time, but with peace. Let it pour into every corner. The chest, where the anger used to sit so heavy, let peace settle there instead. The jaw, the shoulders, the stomach, everywhere you braced and clenched and held, let the quiet move in and soften it. Room by room, the calm takes over, and you grow more peaceful, breath by breath. Feel how light you are without it. Lighter in the chest, lighter in the shoulders, lighter in the mind, which doesn't have to guard the grievance anymore, or tend it, or keep it alive. It can all just rest now. You can all just rest now. That was such tiring work, keeping the anger alive, feeding it, guarding it, turning it over again and again, so it wouldn't fade. You didn't even know how much of your strength it quietly took, until now. Until you've stopped, and all that strength comes flowing back to you, softly, as rest. This is what was underneath, the whole time. Under the anger, under the weight. This quiet, open, peaceful space. It was always there, waiting, beneath everything you were carrying. You just couldn't feel it, for all the weight on top. And now the weight is gone, and here it is. Your own deep quiet, rising up to fill you. And this peace is trustworthy. It won't be snatched away. No one can take it from you now, because it doesn't depend on them anymore. It doesn't wait on an apology, or a verdict, or them finally understanding. It's yours, free and clear. It rests on nothing but your own quiet choice to set the weight down, and that choice is made, so the peace is here to stay. Feel how safe that makes it, to finally relax. There's nothing left to protect. The peace is already yours, already safe. So you can let all your guard down, all the way, and simply rest inside it. Sink into it now. Let yourself settle back, into the soft, open space where the anger used to be. There's nothing to hold there now, nothing to guard, nothing to carry. Just room. Just quiet, just the gentle spreading peace of a person who has finally set the heavy thing down. There's no hurry now, nowhere to be, nothing to carry into sleep, just this soft, open, quiet space, holding you like still water. Let it hold you. You've earned this stillness. Every stone you set down tonight, you traded for a little more of this. Feel your body settle into that peace, the breath slowing, the muscles loosening, everything in you easing down into the quiet, into the space, into the rest. Let each breath deepen the peace. Breathe in and feel the space open a little wider. Breathe out and feel yourself sink a little deeper into it. In, more room. Out, more rest. Nothing to do now but breathe and settle and be held by the quiet you made. So much lighter now, so much quieter, so much more room to simply be. Just being. No grievance to hold, no weight to carry, no one to be angry at, not even yourself, just a light, quiet, peaceful person, resting in the open space where the heaviness used to be. This is what you're like, underneath it all. And you can stay here now, as long as you like. Rest here, in the open quiet, in the space where the weight used to be. It's yours now, all of it, soft and empty and calm. Let yourself sink now. Anger has a temperature, if you've ever noticed. It's cold, hard. When we hold it a long time, something in us goes cold with it. A part of the heart freezes over, guards up, edges sharp. A quiet frozen hardness where warmth used to be. It's a quiet kind of cold. You may not even have noticed it settling in. A little less warmth in the smile, a little more distance in the eyes, a carefulness that crept into everything. That's what long-held anger does. It slowly lowers the temperature of a whole life, degree by degree, until the cold starts to feel almost normal. But cold was never your nature. No one is born cold. We only freeze over to survive something that hurt us. The frost was only ever protection. And now, you don't need it anymore. You may have carried that cold a long while. But feel what's happening now as the anger goes. Feel the thaw beginning. Slowly, gently, like the first warm day at the very end of a long winter. The ice softening, the frozen ground beginning to give, something that had been hard and locked for so long, quietly starting to melt. You can almost feel it if you're still. That first give, that first softening, like ice on a window beginning to run, like a fist held clenched for hours, finally opening, something in you that was braced and hard, letting go, and going soft and warm. Let it thaw. Feel the warmth returning to the places that went cold. The chest, where it was tight and frozen, feel it soften and warm. The heart, that hardened to protect itself, feel it ease and open just a little. The frost, the anger left behind, melting now, in the gentle warmth of letting go. There's no rush to it. A thaw is never sudden. It happens slowly, kindly, on its own. You don't have to force the warmth. You only have to stop feeding the cold. And you already have, so the warmth comes back on its own, the way it always does, the way spring always follows winter. There's such relief in a thaw, in not having to hold the cold anymore. That guard you kept up, it was heavy and it was cold, and it kept the warmth out just as much as it kept the hurt out. Now you can lower it. Let the walls come down, let the warmth back in. You don't need the armor here, in the dark, where nothing can reach you but rest. Feel it spreading through you, a soft, golden warmth, moving into your chest, down your arms, through your whole body, melting the last hard, cold places, loosening what winter locked, warming you, slowly, all the way through. It's like sinking into a warm bath after a long day out in the cold, like a patch of afternoon sun falling across you where you lie, like a warm blanket pulled up and tucked close, that kind of warmth, simple and kind, sinking all the way into your bones. Let it reach every cold place and gently melt it, and let it reach the oldest cold, the place that froze the longest ago, the first hurt, the deepest one, the one that started all the guarding. Let the warmth reach even there, slowly, gently, no force at all, just warmth, seeping into the coldest corner of you, and softening it, at last. This warmth is who you really are. Under the frost the anger made, under the cold and the hardness and the guard, you are always warm, warm-hearted, soft, kind. That's your true weather, the one that was there before anyone gave you a reason to freeze, and now it's returning. The real you, warming back to life. And the people you love will feel this warmth return too. They'll feel it in the way you hold them, in the softness that comes back to your voice, in the ease that returns to your face. The cold the anger made didn't only chill you, it chilled the space around you, and now, as you warm, so does everything near you. Your warmth was always your gift. It's coming back. You don't have to stay frozen to stay safe. That was the anger's promise, that if you stayed hard, stayed guarded, stayed cold, nothing could ever hurt you again. But it was a cold way to be safe. There's a warmer safety now, the safety of a calm heart, a clear boundary, a peace that needs no freeze to protect it. You can be warm and safe, both at once. You were always meant to be. Feel how good it is to be warm again, to let the guard melt, to let the hardness go soft, to feel your own warmth moving through you, unfrozen at last. This is what you were missing, all those cold nights. Not revenge, not justice, just this, your own warmth, come home. Sink into the warmth now. Let it hold you, the way sunlight holds a field in spring. Soft, golden, gentle. Let it fill every cold corner, and thaw every frozen place, and warm you down to the very center of yourself. Feel the warmth make you heavy. Warmth does that. It loosens, it relaxes, it weighs the body gently down into rest. Your limbs growing warm and heavy, your face warm and soft, your whole body thawed and loose and sinking, like something warmed all the way through, with no cold left anywhere to hold it stiff. Let each breath carry the warmth deeper. Breathe in, warm and slow. Breathe out, and feel the warmth spread a little further. In, warmth. Out, softness. Nothing to do but breathe, and thaw, and grow warmer, and heavier, and closer to sleep. Warmer now, and softer, and heavier. The long winter ending, the warmth coming home. Warmer, and warmer, and warmer still. Every cold place thawing, every frozen corner softening. The whole of you warm now, and heavy, and ready for sleep. The winter is over. That long, cold season of holding the anger, it's ending now in the warm dark, as you let the last of the frost melt away. Spring inside you, quiet and warm and green, a gentler season beginning, and you resting in the middle of it, warm at last. Rest here, in your own returning warmth. There's nothing cold left to hold, nothing frozen left to guard, just warmth and softness and the gentle thaw of a heart that finally let go. Let the warmth take you now. Anger is a kind of storm, loud, churning, electric. It darkens the sky inside us. It stirs everything up and roars and won't be still. And you've been in that storm a long time, maybe, weathering it, bracing against the wind. It's exhausting, weathering a storm. All that bracing, all that holding on against the wind. You may not have realized how tensed you were, how much effort it took just to stay standing in all that weather, until now, until it finally stops, and you feel how tired the bracing made you. But feel, now, the storm has passed. It blew through, and it's gone. The thunder has rolled off into the distance. The wind has died down. The dark clouds have broken up and drifted away, and what's left in their place is the deep, clean quiet that only comes after a storm. Storms always pass. That's their nature. However dark the sky, however loud the thunder, no storm lasts forever. It rages, and it spends itself, and it moves on. This one has. The worst of it is behind you now. And on the other side, as always, is the calm. Feel that quiet now. There's a stillness that follows a storm unlike any other. The air washed clean, the world soft and dripping and utterly calm. Everything that was thrashing now settled, everything that was loud now hushed. A quiet so deep you can almost hear it. Listen, a single bird starting to sing again now that it's safe. The soft drip of water from the leaves, the hush of a world coming back to itself after the wind, and that smell, the clean, green smell of the earth after rain, everything fresher, everything gentler, everything quietly glad the storm is over. That's the quiet in you now. The inner weather has cleared, the thunder of the anger gone, the churn of it stilled. The wind that kept you braced and awake died down to nothing. Just soft, clean, after-storm calm, settling over everything inside you. And somewhere, the sun is breaking through. Feel it, that first soft light after the clouds, falling warm across the wet, calm world. The storm didn't win. It never does, not in the end. The light always comes back. The calm always returns, and here it is, returning to you now. And storms, for all their fury, aren't only destruction. They clear the air, they wash the world, they break the heavy held tension of the sky, and leave everything cleaner than it was before. Maybe your storm did some of that too. Maybe, having weathered it, you're clearer now, lighter, ready for the calm. Let the storm have done its quiet work, and then let it go. Breathe it in, the washed clean air. There's a freshness to it, isn't there? The air always feels different after a storm, lighter, cleaner, easier to breathe. Take a slow breath of it now. Feel how clear it is, how calm, how new. The storm took all the heaviness with it when it left, and this is what remains. Clean, quiet air and peace. Fill your lungs with it, slowly, that clean, rain-washed air. Each breath a little clearer than the last, each breath carrying away a little more of the storm. Breathe in the calm, breathe out the last of the wind, until there's nothing left inside but stillness and clean air and rest. There's nothing to do in the after calm but rest. The storm asked so much of you, vigilance, endurance, strength. The calm asks nothing at all. It only offers rest, peace, quiet. Take it. It's yours now. Rest in the after-storm stillness. It's a peace that runs deeper than ordinary calm because of everything that came before it. You know the quiet because you knew the storm. You feel the stillness all the more for having weathered the wind. This is the reward on the far side of the storm, and you've earned every bit of it. Feel it settle over you, soft, clean, still, the last drops falling gently from a sky gone calm. The world and you, washed new and quiet and at rest. Picture the world after the storm, still puddles, mirror flat, holding the calm sky. Not a ripple on them now. That's your mind tonight. The churning stopped, the surface gone smooth, still enough to hold the quiet stars. All that thrashing settled, all that turbulence at peace. Smooth and still and quiet, calm, reflecting calm, all the way down. Let your body settle into the calm. The breath slow and clean, the muscles unbraced at last. No more wind to lean against. Everything in you still and soft and settled, the way a landscape settles after the rain. Feel the calm move through your body, the way stillness spreads over a valley after rain. The shoulders that were braced against the wind, let them drop. The jaw, the hands, the belly, everywhere you held tight against the storm, let it all go loose and still. There's no weather to lean against now. You can simply stand down. You can simply rest. Stiller now, and cleaner and calmer. The storm behind you, the quiet all around. Softer and stiller and calmer still. The last of the wind gone. The last of the thunder faded. Just the deep, clean quiet. And you, resting in the middle of it, safe and still and done with the storm. You made it through the storm. That's worth resting in. Whatever it was, the anger, the hurt, the long hard weather of it, you weathered it, and you're still here, and now it's calm. You can put the storm down now, along with everything else. It's over, and you are safe on the far side of it. Rest here, in the peace after the storm. There's no more wind to weather, no more thunder to brace against, just the deep, clean, dripping quiet of a world washed calm, holding you gently as you drift. Let the stillness take you now. You've been holding so much for so long. The anger, the guard, the weight of old wrongs, and underneath all of it, something even more tiring. You've been holding yourself up, bracing, staying strong, carrying your own weight through every long day. You're so used to being the strong one, the one who holds it together, the one others lean on. You may not even remember the last time you let yourself be held, truly held, without having to hold anything back. It's been a long time, maybe. Tonight, you get to. Tonight, you can let something else hold you. Feel the bed beneath you now. Feel how it holds you completely. Every part of you resting on it, supported, held. It's strong enough for all of you. It doesn't strain. It simply holds, steady and soft and sure. You don't have to earn its holding. You don't have to be strong enough, or good enough, or deserving. The bed holds you simply because you're here. No conditions, no effort, just a soft, steady yes, holding all of you, exactly as you are, the moment you lie down. So you can stop holding yourself up. Let your weight go, completely, into what's beneath you, all of it. Don't hold any part of yourself up anymore. Let the bed take the whole of you, your weight, your tiredness, your body, your bones. It can carry it. That's what it's for. Let it. Feel your body grow heavy as you hand it over. The head sinking into the pillow, too heavy to lift. The shoulders dropping, letting go of their long holding. The back, the hips settling deeper. The arms, the legs growing heavy and loose, sinking down, fully supported, holding nothing, doing nothing, just resting in the arms of the bed. It's a little like being cradled, held the way you'd hold something precious, the way you were held, once, long before you can remember, safe in someone's arms, weightless, trusting, carried. Your body still knows that feeling. Let it remember it now. Let yourself be cradled by the bed, and the dark, and the night. And beneath the bed, the floor holds it. And beneath the floor, the earth. You're resting, in the end, on the whole solid earth, which has held every sleeper who ever lived, and never once let go. It holds the mountains. It holds the seas. It can surely hold you, tonight, gently, in the dark. Let yourself rest on something that's strong, something that has never, ever dropped anyone. Let each part hand its weight over. Your head, let it be heavy. The bed has it. Your shoulders, let them be heavy. The bed has them. Your whole body, let it be heavy, heavier, heaviest, and feel how completely it's held. Nothing for you to carry, nothing for you to hold up. It's all being held for you now. even the small holdings, the ones you don't notice, the little lift in the shoulders, the faint bracing in the belly, the quiet effort still in the hands. Find them gently and let them go too. Hand over even the smallest weight. There's nothing so small that the bed can't hold it for you tonight. There's such deep relief in being held, after holding so much for so long, to finally be the one who is held, to let something stronger than your tired arms take the weight, to trust that you won't fall, that you're supported, that you can let go all the way, and something will hold you. You can trust this. The bed won't drop you. The night has you. You're held. You're allowed this, to be held, to be the one who rests, instead of the one who carries. You spend so much of your life holding others up, holding the family together, holding your own life steady, holding on through hard things. Tonight, you're allowed to be held instead, to let someone, something, take a turn. Let the night take a turn. Let it hold you while you rest. There's no weakness in it. Being held isn't giving up. It's the wisest thing a tired person can do. Even the strongest things rest. Even the mountains lie down on the earth. So lie down fully and let yourself be held. You've held enough for one day, for one lifetime, maybe. Sink into that holding now. Deeper, heavier, more completely held with every breath. Let go a little more, and a little more. There's always further to sink, always more weight to hand over, always more holding to rest into. Let yourself go all the way down, into the deep, safe hold of the bed, the dark, the night. With each breath out, hand over a little more weight. Breathe out and sink. Breathe out and be held a little more completely. You don't even have to pull the breath in. Let it fall in on its own, the way everything is falling now, softly, into the hold of the bed. In and heavier, out and more held. Feel how safe it is to be held like this. You can finally, completely, let go, because you're not holding yourself anymore. Something else is, and it won't let go all night long. And the more you're held, the more you can let go. They work together, the holding and the releasing. The safer you feel held, the deeper you can release. So let the holding reassure you, all the way down. Nothing will fall, nothing will drop. You're completely safe to come apart, softly, into rest, because something steady has you, and won't let go. Heavier now, and softer, and more held, sinking, and resting, and carried. Feel your whole body sink and settle, heavier and heavier, into the deep hold beneath you. Nothing held up, nothing held back, nothing held at all. Just a heavy, soft, resting body, given completely over to the bed, the dark, the night, and held, safe, through all of it. Held, and heavy, and safe. Carried by something that will not tire, will not falter, will not let go. You can sleep now, completely, because you are completely held. Rest here, held by the bed, held by the dark, held by the whole quiet night. You don't have to hold anything anymore, not even yourself. Just let go, and be held, and drift. Let yourself be held now. Nothing left to carry now, nothing to hold, nothing to guard, nothing to carry into sleep. You set it all down. The anger, the weight, the old wrongs, the grudges, the long guard you kept, all of it down, laid gently in the dark and left there. One movement at a time. All through this night you set it down, and now there's nothing left in your hands. Feel how empty they are, how open, how light. You did the whole letting go, and this quiet, this lightness is what was waiting on the other side. Free of the weight, free of the grudge, free of the long cold guard, free and light and quiet at the soft end of a long day. And look how free you are, how light, how empty of everything heavy, your hands holding nothing, your chest carrying nothing, your mind guarding nothing at all. You don't have to hold on to any of the words tonight either, not the ideas, not the stories. Let them go soft and drift away. They only came to bring you here, to this quiet, empty, peaceful place, and now you're here, so you can let even them go. This is what free feels like. Soft, light, unburdened, nothing pressing on you, nothing weighing you down, nothing to keep or defend or drag through one more night, just you, and the quiet, and the soft dark, and rest. There's nothing you have to do here, nothing you have to be, no grievance to tend, no self to defend, no strength to keep up. You can put all of it down, and simply be light and quiet and free in the soft dark. There's no one to be angry at now, no one to forgive, no one to fight, no wrong to hold, no case to make, no score to keep. It can all just rest out there in the dark, while you rest here, free of it. Everything you needed to hear tonight, you can let settle into one quiet feeling now. It wasn't yours to carry. You didn't have to win. You don't have to forgive. You did the best you could. Let it all soften into a single, gentle peace, spreading through you in the dark. Keep the peace. Let the rest go. You don't have to pick any of it back up. Not tonight. It can wait forever if it wants to. Tonight, you're free. Tonight, your hands are empty, and your heart is light, and there's nothing left to carry at all. Say it softly to yourself, if you like. There's nothing left to carry. I set it down. I'm free now. And feel how true it is, tonight, in the dark. Nothing weighs on you, nothing pulls at you. You are as light and as free as you've been in a very long time. So light now. Feel it. Lighter than the anger ever let you be. As if, with the weight gone, you could almost float up off the bed, into the soft, dark, weightless and calm, or sink, just as easily, down into sleep. Light things drift so gently, either way, and you are light now. Light enough to drift wherever rest wants to take you. Just this, just rest, just peace. Nothing to hold, nothing to carry, nothing to guard. Just a light, free, peaceful person, resting in the dark, with empty hands and a quiet heart. Let the freedom carry you now, down into the quiet, down into the soft dark, down into the deep rest that was waiting all along on the far side of the anger. This deep rest was always here, underneath it all, under the anger, under the weight, under the long, tiring guard. It was waiting, patient, the whole time. This soft, free, peaceful place, you just couldn't reach it for all you were carrying. And now your hands are empty, and here it is, yours, at last. There's such peace in empty hands, in a quiet heart, in a mind with nothing left to guard. This is the peace the whole night was for, and you found it. You set down the anger, and you found the rest that was hiding beneath it all along. Stay here. It's yours now. You don't have to reach for the peace anymore. You're already in it. It's here, in this breath, in this quiet, in this soft, free dark. You let the anger go, and the peace was underneath it, waiting all along. Now there's only this, only peace, only rest. Let each breath carry you deeper into the freedom. Breathe in, light and easy. Breathe out, and drift a little further down. Nothing to hold, nothing to do. Just breathe and float, and let the free, quiet dark carry you towards sleep. No effort, no holding, no carrying. Just drifting, light and free, on the soft dark, the way a leaf drifts on still water, going nowhere, needing nothing, perfectly at peace, freer with every breath, lighter with every breath, closer to sleep with every breath, just drifting, unburdened, into the warm and quiet dark. Free now, and light, and at peace. This is what you're like, with nothing to carry. Light, soft, at peace. This was always underneath the anger, this quiet, gentle you, free of all of it. And you can stay here now, as long as you like, as long as sleep takes to come. Softer now, and lighter, and freer. Everything set down, everything at peace, nothing left to carry into sleep but your own quiet, easy self, drifting gently down into rest. Nothing to carry, nothing to hold, nothing to guard, just rest, just peace, just this. Let the last of it go and drift. There's nothing left to hold you here, nothing but the soft dark and the quiet and sleep rising up to meet you. You're free now, and you can rest. Rest now, unburdened. You can stop following the words now. You've heard what you needed to hear. The rest can just wash over you, soft and warm, like water. Let the words blur. Let them lose their edges. Let them turn into sound, a quiet murmur, somewhere in the dark. You don't have to catch them. You don't have to follow. Just let them drift past, like leaves on a slow river. You don't have to understand anything now. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to stay awake for it. The voice will keep going, softly, all on its own, whether you follow it or not. It asks nothing of you. It's just here, keeping you company in the dark. Think of it like someone humming softly in the next room as you fall asleep. You don't listen to the words. You just know you're not alone. That's all the voice is now. A little warmth, a little company. Let it stay at the edge of things while you drift. So let go a little more. If sleep comes for you now, in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of a word, good, let it. That's exactly what this was for. There's nothing left to do here but drift off whenever you're ready. And you don't have to hold on to a single thing you heard tonight. Not one word. In the morning, it can all be gone, and that will be perfectly fine. The words were never the point. The rest was the point. The peace was the point. And that you'll keep, even if you forget everything else by morning. Let the voice grow distant. Let it drift to the edge of the room. Let it become part of the quiet, soft as the river somewhere in the dark, soft as the wind moving through the night. Let those soft sounds come forward now, the low murmur of the water, the gentle hush of the wind. Let them wrap around you and carry you, the way a current carries something light and unresisting, downstream towards sleep. You don't have to swim, just float, just be carried. The river knows the way. It always has. It has carried every tired soul who ever lay down to sleep, gently through the dark, and delivered them, safe, to the morning. Let it carry you too. You don't have to steer. You don't have to do anything at all. Just rest on the water, and let it take you home. The whole world is drifting off now, along with you. The lights going out, one by one, all across the dark. Everyone laying down their day, their weight, their anger, just as you have. You're not alone in this. You're one of countless tired souls, all letting go at once, all held by the same soft night. Let go with all of them. You're so close now, so light, so free, so ready to rest. Everything set down, everything at peace, nothing left between you and sleep but a few soft breaths and a little more letting go. You've done the hard part already. You set the anger down. You made the peace. All that's left now is the easiest thing of all, to let yourself fall asleep. No effort, no struggle, just a soft, slow slipping under into the rest that's waiting. Feel how ready your whole body is, how heavy, how willing to let go. It's been waiting all day for this, for permission to simply stop and rest. And now it has it, so let it. Let every part of you sink toward the sleep it's been longing for. So let go, all the way. Let the words fade. Let the room fade. Let everything grow soft and dim and far away. Let yourself go under, the way you slip into warm water, slowly, softly, all the way. The day is far behind you now, the anger further still, and here, in the warm dark, there's only the slow breath, the soft sounds of the night, and sleep rising up gently to meet you. Nothing to reach for, nothing to do. Sleep comes on its own now, softly, the moment you stop holding on. And you've already let go of so much tonight. Just let go of this last little thing, the staying awake, and drift. Just drift now, down into the quiet, down into the soft dark, down into the deep and gentle rest you've more than earned. Let your breath lead you down, each slow breath out a little deeper, each one a little further from the day. Just let it fall, slow and soft, carrying you closer to sleep with every gentle wave. Softer now, and dimmer, and further away. The words fading, the room fading, everything gone quiet and warm and vague as you slip gently over the edge of waking into rest. There's nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left but rest. Let sleep take you now. Down. That's the only direction now. Down into the quiet. Down into sleep. Feel yourself sinking, slowly, softly, down through layer after layer of quiet, each one deeper than the last, each one softer, darker, warmer. You're sinking through them, gently, one by one, going down and down and down. It doesn't feel like falling. There's nothing frightening in it. It's more like being lowered, gently, on the softest current, held the whole way, sinking the way a feather sinks through still air. Slow, weightless, calm, no rush, no drop, just a soft, steady settling, deeper into the dark. There's nothing to hold you up now, nothing bracing you, nothing keeping you at the surface. You set all of that down tonight, so there's nothing left to do but sink, slowly, easily, all the way down into the deep and quiet dark. That's the gift of having let it go. Anger held tight keeps you up at the surface, tense, alert, unable to drop. But you set yours down tonight, and now there's nothing tethering you to the surface anymore. You can sink freely, all the way, as deep as sleep goes, like sinking through warm, still water, down past the light, down past the noise, down into the calm, dark deep, where everything is soft and slow and silent. The surface far above you now, the day far above you now, and you sinking gently toward the still bottom, where sleep is waiting. Down here, the water is calm. Up at the surface, there was chop and noise and glare. But the deeper you go, the stiller it gets, the quieter, the darker and softer and more at peace. You're leaving all the turbulence behind, up above, and sinking into the calm that lives underneath everything. The sounds grow fainter as you go, the voice further away, the river, the wind, softer now and softer, the whole world thinning to a distant hush, high above, as you sink down and down into the deep quiet, where almost nothing reaches anymore. Nothing can reach you down here. No worry, no grievance, no trouble from the day. They can't follow you this deep. They stay up at the surface, growing smaller and fainter, while you sink past them into the safe, quiet dark, where the only thing left is rest. Deeper now, and quieter, and darker, each breath takes you down a little further. Each breath, another soft layer, drifting past. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to reach the bottom. Just keep sinking, slowly, gently, letting go a little more with every breath. Feel your body grow heavier as it sinks, heavier and looser and warmer the deeper it goes. Sinking is easy for a heavy body. It wants to go down. It's been wanting to all day, so let it. Let its own soft weight carry it down toward the sleep it's been longing for. You don't have to guide it. The sinking knows the way. Down is where sleep is, and down is where you're going, all on your own, with no effort at all. There's no bottom to fear here, only rest, only sleep, only the deep, still, quiet dark, growing softer and safer the deeper you go. Nothing down here but peace, nothing waiting but rest. There's a stillness at the bottom of things that the surface never knows. A deep, unmoving calm. That's where you're headed now. Down, out of the reach of everything that stirs, into the part of the night that's always been quiet, always been peaceful, always been waiting to hold you while you sleep. Almost no sound now. Almost no weight. Almost no you, even. Just a soft, sinking quiet, drifting down towards sleep. So let yourself keep sinking, down, past the last of your thoughts, down, past the last of the day, down, into the warm, dark, quiet deep, where sleep has been waiting for you all along. Let each breath be a little lower. Breathe out and sink. Breathe out and go deeper. In, a soft pause. Out and down a little further. Nothing to do but breathe and sink and let the deep quiet rise up around you, closing softly over your head. Softer and deeper and further down. So still now, so deep, so far from everything. Just the slow breath and the warm dark, and you sinking the last little way into the deep, quiet rest at the bottom of the night. Almost there now, almost to the still, quiet place at the bottom of the night, where you can finally, completely, rest. Sink into it now. Notice how kind the dark feels now. It wasn't always, was it? Some nights, the dark was the worst place to be. It was where the grievances got loudest, where every wrong loomed largest, where the anger, with nothing to distract it, filled the whole quiet room. You may know those nights, lying in the dark, and the darker it got, the louder the resentment grew. The dark can be a hard place when you carry anger into it. It gives the grievances room to echo. It hands the restless mind nothing to do but turn the old wrongs over, again and again. But not tonight. Tonight, you brought no anger into the dark. You set it all down before you came. And so tonight, the dark is just, soft, gentle, empty of everything heavy, kind. What a difference that makes. The same dark that kept you up so many nights can be the very thing that rocks you to sleep tonight. Now that you're not bringing the anger in with you, the dark was never the problem. It only ever held up a mirror to what you carried into it. And tonight, you carry nothing, so the dark shows you only peace. Feel how it wraps around you, soft on your skin, soft on your closed eyes, soft everywhere, like velvet, like a warm blanket, like the whole night gently tucking you in. The dark isn't taking anything from you tonight. It's only holding you, only keeping you, only helping you rest. Feel how it softens everything. The edges of the room, gone. The hard shapes of the day, dissolved. In the dark, there are no sharp corners now, no bright glare, no demands. Just a soft, boundless, velvet quiet, wrapping gently all around you, holding you close. There's nothing hiding in it now. No grievances in the corners. No old wrongs waiting in the shadows. You cleared them all out tonight, one by one. So the dark is empty of everything but peace. There's nothing in it now but quiet and softness and rest. Feel how safe that makes it. When there's nothing hiding in the dark becomes the safest place there is. Nothing to watch for, nothing to brace against. You can let your guard all the way down and let the dark simply hold you, knowing there's nothing in it now but rest. There's such peace in a dark with nothing in it. Just you, and the quiet, and the soft, kind night, and rest. Let it hold you. Sink back into its softness, the way you'd sink into the softest pillow. It holds your weight. It holds your tiredness. It asks for nothing in return. Just let it wrap around you, warm and dark and gentle, and hold you while you drift. The dark is an old friend. It has tucked in every sleeper who ever lived. Every tired soul, through all of time, has laid down in the dark and let it keep them till morning. And it always did. It never once let anyone fall. It won't let you fall either. You can trust it completely. It's holding the whole sleeping world right now, along with you. Every resting person, everywhere, tucked into the same soft dark. Countless souls, drifting off under the same gentle night, all held at once. You're part of that tonight. Not alone in the dark, held in it, with everyone, kindly, together. And it has been so patient, waiting for you to come to it clean. Now you have. So maybe it holds you a little more gently tonight, for all you set down before you came. So let go into the kind dark. Let it close softly around you, like a blanket drawn up to your chin, like the gentle night gathering you in. Warm, dark, safe, nothing to fear, nothing to guard, just the soft, kind dark, holding you, keeping you, carrying you down toward sleep. Breathe the soft dark in, slowly. Let it fill you, gentle and cool and quiet. Each breath drawing a little more of the calm dark inside, settling you, steadying you, carrying you down. You're breathing the night now, and the night is breathing you, softly, toward sleep. Softer now, and darker, and kinder. Let the dark be gentle with you tonight. You've earned its kindness. You set down everything heavy and came to it clean and light and ready to rest. Let it grow deeper and softer around you now. The kind dark thickening gently into sleep. Nothing to see, nothing to fear, nothing to do but let it hold you and drift and go. Let it hold you now. Feel your eyes now, how heavy they are, how tired, how ready to rest. They've worked so hard today, watching, reading, looking out, taking in the whole long day, from the first light to now. They've earned their rest. Think how much they've seen, how much they've done without a single break since the moment you woke. They've asked for nothing all day. They've just kept watch, kept working, kept you moving through the world, and now, at the end of it all, they're asking for just one thing, to close, to rest. Let them have it. And maybe they've been guarding too. The eyes of someone carrying anger are always a little on watch, scanning for the next slight, bracing for the next hurt, reading faces for threats. It's tiring, that watching. Your eyes have been standing guard for you, maybe for a very long time. There's a particular tiredness in eyes that have been watchful too long, a strain behind them, a weight. If you've been braced against the world, your eyes have carried it, always a little wide, a little ready, a little unable to fully soften. Tonight, they can put that down, along with everything else. But there's nothing to watch for now. You set the anger down. There's no threat here in the dark, no one to read, nothing to brace against. So your eyes can finally, completely stand down. They can stop looking. They can stop guarding. They can simply close and rest. Let the eyelids grow heavy, so heavy, heavier with every breath, too heavy to lift, and no reason to. Just let them close, softly, all the way, and then let them stay closed. That's the sweetest part, not having to open them again. There's such a small, deep pleasure in that. The moment you realize you don't have to open your eyes again tonight, that you can let them stay shut and just drift. No more looking, no more watching, no more taking anything in. Just the soft, dark relief of eyes that are finally, fully done for the day. So let them close, really close. Not held, not braced, not ready to snap open at the smallest thing. Just closed, and heavy, and done. The way eyes close when a person feels completely safe. Feel the relief of it. The relief of closed eyes at the end of a long day. Nothing to look at, nothing to watch for, nothing to keep an eye on. Just soft darkness behind your eyelids and the deep rest of eyes that finally get to close. Feel the heaviness spread out from your eyes, down into your cheeks, across your brow, into your whole face, going soft and slack and heavy, and then further, down your neck, your shoulders, your whole body, following the eyes down into rest. When the eyes let go, everything follows. Let it all follow now, down into sleep. Let the little muscles around them release, all the tiny muscles that hold the eyes, that squint and strain and stay alert. Feel them soften, the tension around the eyes melting, the brow smoothing, everything around your eyes going loose and soft and still. Behind your closed eyes, there's only soft dark, nothing to see there, nothing to watch, just gentle, quiet darkness, warm and still, asking nothing of you. You might see soft colors there, or drifting shapes, or nothing at all. It doesn't matter. Whatever's there, let your gaze rest on it, loose and unfocused, the way the eyes go when sleep is near, not looking at anything, not searching, just resting in the gentle dark behind your own closed lids. The eyes are often the last thing to let go, but once they do, sleep is close, and yours are letting go now, softly, completely, at last. Let each breath make them heavier. Breathe out and feel the eyes sink a little deeper. Breathe out and feel them rest a little more completely. With every breath, heavier. With every breath, more still, until they're too heavy and too peaceful to do anything at all but rest. Heavier now, and softer, and more still. Your eyes resting, your face softening. The long day's watching over at last. There's nothing left to look for tonight, nothing left to guard against, just closed eyes, and soft dark, and sleep coming softly for you now. So peaceful now, behind your closed eyes, so dark and warm and still. The watching over, the guarding done. Just rest now in the soft dark, with your tired eyes finally, gratefully closed. Let them rest now. Come to your breath now, softly, not to change it, just to feel it, and especially feel the out-breath, the gentle letting go of the exhale. There's a secret in the out-breath. Every time you breathe out, the body lets go. It softens, it sinks just a little. The exhale is the body's own way of releasing, of setting something down, over and over, all night long, without you even asking. That's why a deep breath out feels so good when we're tense. The body is trying to let go, the only way it knows how. It's been doing it all your life, in every hard moment, reaching for the exhale, the release. Tonight, you can just give it what it wants. Long, slow, easy breaths out, letting go, and letting go, and letting go. So let each out-breath carry a little away. Breathe out, and let a little tension go with it. Breathe out, and let a little of the day go too. Breathe out, and feel yourself settle, just slightly, a little heavier, a little deeper, a little closer to sleep. Breathe out whatever's left in you tonight, the last thin thread of the day, the last faint edge of any tension. You don't have to name it, just breathe it out, and let it go, out into the dark, where it dissolves and disappears. Each exhale, a little lighter, each exhale, a little more free, and with the tension gone, there's more room inside for calm. Each empty breath, a little more space for peace to settle in. It's like a sigh of relief. You know that feeling, the long, slow sigh when something finally eases. Your body knows how to do that. It's doing it now, softly, with every breath. Each exhale, a small sigh. Each sigh, a little more let go. Let them come. Let the body sigh its way down into rest. And let the in-breath be just as gentle. You don't have to pull it in. Just let it arrive, softly, on its own, filling you with cool, quiet calm. Breathe in the peace of the dark room. Breathe out the last of the day. In, calm. Out, release. That's the whole rhythm now. Nothing more. Breathe all the way out. Not forced, just complete. Let the breath go all the way out until you're soft and empty. And in that gentle emptiness, at the very end of the exhale, feel how still it is, how peaceful. That little pause where there's nothing at all. That little pause is where the deepest rest lives, right at the bottom of the breath, in the still, empty quiet, before the body gently draws the next one in. You don't have to rush out of it, just linger there, softly, in the calm at the bottom of each exhale. It's one of the most peaceful places there is. Let the rhythm become a lullaby. In and out, in and out. The oldest, softest rhythm there is, the one that has carried every living thing to sleep since the beginning. Slow, steady, sure. Let it rock you, gently, breath by breath, down toward the deep, warm dark. You don't have to control any of it. Let the breath breathe itself. In, on its own. Out, on its own. Slow, and soft, and easy, with no help from you. It's been breathing you your whole life. It knows exactly what to do. You can hand it over completely, and just be breathed, gently, towards sleep. There's such relief in handing it over. All day, you hold so much. You manage, you decide, you control, but you never had to manage your breath. It carried on, faithfully, underneath everything, keeping you alive without a single thought from you. Let that same faithful breath carry you now. It's got you. It always did. So stop holding it in any way. Stop guiding it. Stop counting it. Just let it flow, in and out, soft and free, and let it take you with it, down into rest. Each out-breath, a little deeper. Breathe out and sink. Breathe out and soften. Breathe out and drift a little further down, into the warm dark, toward the rest that's waiting. There's nothing to do but this. Just breathe and let go and sink a little more with every gentle breath. Softer now, and slower, and deeper. The breath growing quiet, the body growing still. Each slow exhale carrying you further from the day and closer to sleep. Slower and softer and quieter now. The breath barely stirring. Each one a little further apart, a little more peaceful, a little closer to the breath of someone already asleep. Almost there now, almost gone. Just a few more soft breaths, and you'll be under. Nothing left to do but breathe it all the way out, and let go, and drift. Let the breath carry you now. There's nothing left to do now. Nothing at all. You did it all tonight. How rare that is, to reach a moment with nothing left to do. Most of our days, there's always one more thing, one more task, one more worry, one more thing to handle before we can rest. But not now. Right now, in this moment, there is genuinely nothing that needs you. Let that sink in. Nothing needs you tonight. So you can put down the part of you that's always looking for the next thing to do. There isn't one tonight. There's only rest. Only this. Think of what you've already done. You looked at the anger you were carrying and you set it down. You saw that the wrong was theirs, not yours. You let go of needing to win. You forgave what you could forgive and released the rest. You even turned some kindness toward yourself. That was the work. And it's done. You might not have expected to do so much tonight. You only meant to sleep. But look, you set down a weight you'd carried a long time. That's not nothing. That's one of the hardest, bravest things a person can do, and you did it, quietly, here in the dark. Be a little proud of that as you drift off. You did real work tonight. Good work. The letting go is finished. There's nothing left on the list. No grievance left to lay down. No knot left to untie. No peace left to make. You already made it tonight, piece by piece. And now you get the part that comes after all the doing, the rest. So you can stop now, completely, all the way. You don't have to do anything else tonight, not one more thing. The hardest work is behind you, and it went well, and now there is nothing to do but lie here, in the warm dark, and let sleep come. Even the effort to rest, you can let that go too. You don't have to try to fall asleep. You don't have to make anything happen. Sleep isn't a task, and it isn't the last item on the list. It's just what's left when all the doing finally stops, and your doing has stopped now. So sleep can simply come. There's a part of you that never quite stops. The part that's always doing, always managing, always one step ahead. It's been running your whole life, and it's tired. Tonight, it gets to stop too. You can thank it and tell it gently. We're done for today. You can rest now, and let even that busy, tireless part of you finally lie down. Feel the deep relief of a finished day. Nothing undone, nothing hanging over you, nothing waiting to be handled before you can rest. You handled it. You handled the hardest thing there is, letting go, and you did it beautifully. And now you get to set down even the doer, even the one who handles things. Let that part rest too. Doing nothing here is exactly right. It isn't laziness. It isn't giving up. It's the wise, kind thing a tired person does at the end of a long day. The doing had its time. Now the resting gets its time. And resting is the only thing you have to be good at for the rest of the night. And you're already perfect at it, just by lying here and letting go. Feel how good it is to have nothing to do. No next thing pulling at you. No task waiting in the wings. Just this, a quiet, empty, finished moment, with all the room in the world to rest. You so rarely get this, so take it fully. Sink into the having nothing to do, the way you'd sink into a warm bed after a long journey, which is exactly what you're doing. There's such peace in nothing left to do. No task, no effort, no trying. Just a tired, peaceful person, lying in the dark at the end of a long day, with everything already done, and nothing left but rest. This is the reward. You earned it. Take it. So let yourself stop. Stop doing. Stop trying. Stop holding and making and handling. Let it all be finished. Let yourself be a person with nothing left to do, light and empty-handed and free, sinking softly into a well-earned sleep. Let your whole body agree that the day is done. The shoulders that carried it, let them set it down. The hands that handled it, Let them fall open and still. The mind that managed it all, let it go quiet, its work complete. Everything in you, clocking out, powering down, settling into the deep rest of a day well finished. Softer now, and stiller, and more done. The work behind you, the peace made, the day complete. Nothing left to do, nothing left to be, nothing left but rest. Let the last of the doing fall away, and just be here, soft and still and finished, drifting gently toward sleep, with an easy heart and empty hands. Let yourself stop now. You're almost there now, almost asleep, right at the soft edge of it. So little left holding you here. The day gone, the anger gone, the doing done. One by one, all through this night, they let go of you. And now there's almost nothing left to keep you on this side of sleep. You're so light now. That's what makes this last part so easy. When you came in tonight, you were heavy, with the anger, the weight, the long day. Now you've set it all down, and a light thing slips under so easily. There's nothing left to weigh you here, nothing to hold you back. You can simply drift the rest of the way, lighter than you've been in so long, light enough to float right off into sleep, on the next soft breath, or the one after, whenever it comes. Just the faintest thread of waking now, and it's thinning, growing softer, coming loose, gently, all on its own. You don't have to cut it, just let it fray and drift and let go, the way the last thought of the day lets go. There's no effort in it now. You're not falling asleep so much as being let go into it, softly, on your own, the way a boat slips its mooring and drifts out onto the calm. Nothing to do, nothing to hold, just the gentle drift out past the edge of waking, into sleep. Let the last thoughts go unfinished. They don't need endings now. Let them trail off, halfway through, into nothing. A thought begins, and softens, and dissolves before it's done. And that's exactly right. That trailing off is sleep, beginning. Let your thoughts come apart, softly, and drift away. And if a last little worry drifts up, even that's all right. Don't grab it, don't follow it. Just let it float past, unfinished, like all the rest, and dissolve into the soft dark. Nothing needs solving now. Nothing needs holding. Everything can just drift and go. You're crossing over now, that gentle border, where waking turns to sleep, where the last of the day comes loose and the first of the dreams drifts in. You don't have to step across it. Just lean softly and let yourself tip over the edge into sleep. It's the gentlest crossing there is, from the hard, bright day into the soft, dark quiet, from holding on into letting go. You've made it every night of your life, and it has never once hurt. It's like coming home, like the softest possible falling into something warm and safe and kind. You won't notice the moment it happens. No one ever does. One breath, you're here. The next, you're gone. Off into sleep, with no goodbye, no crossing you could ever point to. And that's just how it should be. You don't have to watch for it. You don't have to catch it. Just let it take you whenever it's ready. So don't try to stay for it. You don't have to see yourself off. Just let the waking thin and thin and thin until it's gone, and you're asleep, and you never even felt the moment you crossed. That's the sweetest way to go. Unnoticed, effortless, just here, and then, softly, gone. Each breath now takes you a little closer. Each slow breath a little further under. You don't have to count them or notice them. Just let them carry you, one after another, softly, over the edge, into the deep and gentle dark. There's nothing to fear in it, only rest, only the soft, dark, dreaming deep, waiting to receive you. You've done this every night of your life. Your whole self knows the way. Just let go of the last little thread, the staying awake, and let yourself slip under. And when you wake, hours from now, you'll wake lighter than you fell asleep, without the weight, without the anger. A gentler morning for a gentler you. But that's far away. For now, there's only this, the soft slipping under, the warm dark, and sleep, taking you at last. Softer now, and fainter, and further away, almost gone, almost dreaming. The last of the waking world, dissolving gently into the warm dark, as you drift the final, effortless little way into sleep. Almost nothing now, almost no thought, almost no weight, almost no you at all, just a soft, drifting quiet, slipping away into rest. There's nothing left to hold, nothing left to do, nothing left but to go. Slip away now. And in a while, morning will come. Not now, not for a long, long time, but it will come, softly, the way it always does. The dark will thin. A little light will touch the edge of the sky, and a new day will begin, gently, without any effort from you at all. You don't have to think about it now. It's far away. Hours and hours of soft dark lie between you and the morning. A whole long night of rest, just for you. There's no hurry to reach the other side. The morning will wait. It always waits. And when it comes, it won't come rushing. Morning doesn't arrive all at once. It seeps in, slowly, a softening of the dark, a first pale light, a bird somewhere, beginning to sing. Even the day begins gently when you let it. There's nothing in it to brace for, so don't brace, just rest. The night is long, and it belongs to you. There's no clock ticking here, no alarm to dread, just hour after hour of soft, dark, dreamless rest, all yours, before the light ever comes. But there's a quiet comfort in knowing it's coming, because you'll meet it differently now. You set the anger down tonight, you cleared the weight, and so the you who wakes to that morning will be a little lighter than the one who lay down, a little softer, a little freer, meeting the new day with an easier heart. That's what a night of true rest can do. Not a miracle, just a little more room in you, a self that had time to gather itself back together, in the quiet, while you slept. You'll feel it in the small things, a little less quick to anger, a little more able to let the day's small stings just roll off. That softness is coming back to you, hour by hour, as you rest. Whatever tomorrow brings, you'll meet it without the old weight, and that changes everything. The same day, met by a lighter you, is a gentler day. You'll have more room in you for it, more patience, more ease. That's the quiet gift you gave yourself tonight, by letting go. A gentler tomorrow, waiting on the far side of a good night's sleep. And you don't have to solve tomorrow tonight. You don't have to plan it, or worry it into shape, or carry it in with you now. Whatever it holds, a rested you will meet it, and a rested you can handle so much more gently than the tired one lying here. So let tomorrow be tomorrow's. Tonight is only for rest. But all of that is far away. For now, there is only the night, only the warm dark, only the deep soft rest stretching out ahead of you, hour after gentle hour. You don't have to reach for the morning. It will come to you on its own, when it's time. While you sleep, something quiet is happening. The tiredness, lifting, hour by hour. The frayed edges, mending softly in the dark. You don't have to help. It happens on its own, the way healing always does, quietly, while you rest. Your only task tonight is to sleep, and let it. So there's nothing to fear in the morning. It isn't the return of the weight. You set that down, and it's staying down. It's the gift of a fresh, clean start, a quiet new page, and whatever is written on it, you'll meet it lighter than before. Let it stay far away for now. Let the whole long night be yours. Let there be nothing ahead but rest, and more rest, and the slow, kind hours of the dark. The morning will keep. It's in no hurry, and neither are you anymore. There's a whole soft night between here and there. Rest in all of it. Every dark, unhurried hour of it is yours. Just rest until then. Sleep and let the gentle morning find you. Hours from now, lighter and calmer and ready. But not yet, for now, only the dark and the quiet and sleep. Rest until the light now. You're floating now, so light, with everything set down, that you've come untethered from the day. Nothing weighing you, nothing holding you down, just a soft, weightless drift in the warm dark. Feel how free of gravity you are. The anger held you down once, heavy and anchored and stuck, but you let it go, and now there's nothing to weigh you at all. You float, gently, on the surface of sleep, on the soft, dark quiet, on nothing at all. There's no weight left in you to sink. You handed it all over tonight, the grudges, the guard, the old wrongs, one by one. And a person who's carrying nothing simply floats, rises, drifts. That's the reward for letting go, this soft, weightless ease at the end of a long day. Let yourself drift. No effort, no direction, just a slow, easy floating, wherever the quiet wants to carry you. You don't have to steer, you don't have to swim, you don't have to do a single thing. Just float, light and free, on the gentle current of the night. Like a leaf on still water, like a cloud drifting across a dark sky, like a feather turning slowly in the softest air. That's you now. Light enough to be carried by the smallest movement of the quiet, drifting wherever it drifts, needing nothing, holding nothing, at perfect peace. It's the lightness of having let go. This is what it feels like, to set down everything heavy. You rise, you soften, you drift, like something held under water, finally released, floating up into the calm, weightless, easy, free. Notice how different this is from the nights the anger kept you up. Then you were tense and heavy and stuck, pinned to the surface, unable to drop, unable to rest. Now you're loose and light and drifting free. Same bed, same dark, but everything different because you set the weight down. This ease, this drift, this peace. It's what those other nights were always missing. Drifting towards sleep now, or already drifting in it. It doesn't matter which. The two are blurring together softly, waking and sleeping, floating into one another as you drift along the gentle edge between them, carried, quiet, calm. You don't have to know which side of it you're on. Awake, asleep, it hardly matters now. You're somewhere soft in between, floating on the border, drifting a little deeper each moment, with nothing to mark the crossing. Just let the drift carry you. It only ever goes toward rest. Let the drifting take you deeper, a little further with each breath, a little softer, a little more asleep. The sounds of the night are far below you now. The soft river, the gentle wind, distant and dreamy, holding you up like something warm you're floating on. You're so far above the day now, so far from everything that ever stirred you, just drifting, high and light and quiet, in the deep peace of the night. Let your breath keep you gently adrift. Each slow breath, a soft swell beneath you, lifting and lowering, rocking you as you float. In, and you rise, just slightly. Out, and you settle, floating on your own quiet breath, all the way into sleep. Softer now, and lighter, and further adrift. Lighter and lighter, further and further adrift. The day a distant shore behind you, and only the soft, open dark ahead, holding you as you float, weightless, into sleep. Nothing holding you, nothing weighing you, just a light, free, peaceful thing, floating gently on the surface of sleep, drifting further and further into rest. Let yourself float now. The first dreams are beginning now. You might feel them at the edges, soft, drifting things. Not quite thoughts anymore, not quite pictures, just gentle shapes floating up from somewhere deep and drifting past and dissolving. They rise on their own now. You don't have to make them or follow them. They just come, softly, the way clouds pass across a night sky, appearing, changing, drifting away, one into the next, with no effort at all from you. Some will be lovely, some will be odd, most you'll never remember at all. And that's exactly as it should be. Dreams aren't for keeping, they're just for carrying you, gently, through the night. Let them come. This is how sleep begins. The mind lets go of the day and starts to wander. A face you didn't expect, a place you've never been, a scrap of something drifting by that makes no sense at all and doesn't have to. You don't have to make sense of any of it. In fact, the less you try, the deeper you drift. Just let the strange, soft logic of dreams take over. It knows where it's going. It's going towards sleep. Don't hold on to them. Don't try to understand them. Dreams aren't meant to be understood. They're only meant to carry you, gently, down into sleep. There's no work in a dream. That tired, watchful mind of yours, the one that spent so long guarding the anger, replaying the wrongs, keeping the account, it can finally stop working now. It can put down its guarding and simply play, wander, make its own soft, strange stories, with no purpose at all but to pass the night gently. After so long on watch, let it rest by dreaming. Isn't that a gentle thing? The very mind that kept you up so many nights, turning the anger over, tonight it gets to turn something soft and strange and harmless over instead. Dreaming is its reward for finally letting go. Let it have that reward now. Let it dream. You're crossing into it now. That soft border where the last thoughts of the day come loose and turn into dreams. You don't have to steer. Just let the dreams take the wheel and carry you off wherever they drift. And if something from the day drifts up, let the dreams take it too and turn it soft. The worries become mist. The old grievances dissolve into strange, gentle images, losing their sting, going quiet. Nothing can hold its hard shape in a dream. Everything softens there. So if a face from today drifts through your dreams, it won't come with the old edge. It'll be softer, stranger, already half forgotten. That's the dream doing its quiet work, taking what was sharp and rounding it and setting it gently down. You don't have to do a thing, just let the dream soften it all for you. Almost dreaming now, deeper into the dream with every breath, softer, stranger, further from the waking world. Just let it take you all the way under, into sleep, almost gone, just drifting softly on the first slow tide of sleep, out past the edge of the day, into the deep and gentle dark, where the dreams will keep you until morning. There's nothing left to do but dream. Let the dreams take you now. That's it now. Nothing more to do, nothing more to hold, nothing more to carry. Just sleep. You came in tonight carrying so much, the anger, the old wrongs, the weight you'd held for so long, and one by one, gently, all through this night, you set it down, all of it, here, in the dark, and you leave it here now. You don't have to pick it up again, not in the morning, not ever, unless you truly choose to. It can stay right here, in the dark, where you laid it down. Tomorrow, you can wake with empty hands and a lighter heart and meet the new day free of it. That's the gift you gave yourself tonight. A clean morning, an unburdened heart. You'll feel it when you wake, the strange, sweet lightness of no longer carrying it. So sleep, light and free. Rest that tired heart of yours, the one that was hurt and held on and carried the anger so long, trying to protect you. It can rest now. You did the brave thing tonight, the hard, quiet, brave thing. You let go, and now you get to rest, lighter than you've been in a long, long time. It held the anger for a reason. It thought the anger kept you safe, that if you stayed guarded, stayed ready, nothing could ever hurt you again. It was only trying to look after you, in the only way it knew. You can thank it for that. And then you can tell it, softly. You can put it down now. I'm safe. We can rest. Feel that lightness as you drift off. It's the lightness of a heart that finally let something go, of hands that finally opened, of a mind that finally stopped keeping the account. This is what peace feels like. This is what you gave yourself tonight. Carry it down into sleep with you. So let it be the last thing you feel as you slip under. Not the anger, not the wrong, just this soft, free, peaceful lightness holding you as you fall asleep. There's nothing left to guard tonight. No wrong to hold, no score to keep, no one to be angry at, not even yourself. You set it all down and you're free of it, and the night is soft and the dark is kind, and there is nothing left to do but sleep. The person who wronged you doesn't get this night. The old anger doesn't get this night. This night is yours, only yours, soft and free and peaceful, all the way through until morning. You took it back tonight, now rest in it. So let yourself sleep now, deeply, softly, for as long as the night will hold you, which is all night long. Let the dreams carry you. Let the dark keep you. Let the peace you made tonight wrap around you and hold you until morning. You're safe here. You're held here. There's nothing in the dark tonight but rest and dreams and the quiet peace you made. Sink into it all the way. Let it close softly over you. Let it carry you gently down into the deepest, kindest sleep. You did enough tonight. You let go, and now you can rest. You did so well tonight, truly. Rest now, and be a little proud, and be at peace. Sleep now, free and light and unburdened, and be at peace, and let the gentle dark keep you safe and warm and held until the morning comes. Sleep now, and let the night be gentle with you. You've earned every soft, dark, peaceful hour of it. Let go of the very last of everything, and drift, and sleep, and rest. Good night. And so we come to the quiet end of the night. Whatever you heard tonight, carry it lightly. Hold it with both hands open. You don't have to keep it, or use it, or even remember it. It will be here again, waiting gently on another evening. And so will I. May the weight of the day be set down now, and stay down until morning. May the things you cannot change grow softer in the dark. May your kind, tired mind, the one that has carried so much and tried so hard, find that it is finally allowed to rest. There is nothing left to do tonight, nothing to solve, nothing to carry. You have done enough. You are enough. You can let it all go now. Just breathe, and soften, and sleep, as deeply and as long as you need to. Sleep well, friend, and thank you truly for spending this night here at Restful Minds.